And we are back on a beautiful Sunday, late afternoon, early night. What do you describe a 6 o'clock start time? But we are back. Either way, let's go ahead and jump right into the show, y'all. We are back. We are back like we never left. We don't ever go anywhere. Where we going? We're right here. The Knicks are on. We're going to be right here, right? So we are back once again. Tonight, the Knicks, this afternoon, late afternoon, early night? What do you call it? I don't know. Tonight, I'll go with tonight. Tonight, the New York Knicks are taking on the Miami Heat here in the Garden, here in New York. We're here. We're back. Hopefully rested. Right? That Philly game definitely felt a little bit like, not entirely, because I'm not giving them the excuse of losing, but it felt a little bit like a scheduled loss, right? You get a couple of those every year. Every team gets a couple of those where you play maybe 3 games in 4 nights, and there's a lot of travel involved and whatnot. And so you can see the Knicks couldn't hit anything. Most emblematic of that was OG Anunoby's game where he literally couldn't hit anything. He ended up with only 2 points, 1 for 9. From the field. The one made basket was a dunk at the end of the game where it didn't really matter anymore because they were on their way to losing that one anyway. So, that was very emblematic of their game against Philadelphia 76ers. So, that game was at home. It was the second night of a back-to-back in which they had to travel back home. So, hopefully, in their own beds, with their families, they get a nice little bit of rest there. And we are back. We are back, right? Got to get back on track. We have Miami tonight. We have Minnesota on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, the big Christmas Day opener against the slumping Cleveland Cavaliers. But speaking of slumping, the Knicks taking on the slumping Miami Heat today, who have lost 6 of their last 7 games. George Jones, Judge B was popping. Rafael Torres was popping, everybody. Justice's dad, my man. Albert, Karen. Hello, everybody. Of course, right at a time in which the Knicks maybe need a little bit of a lighter schedule after some really intense games against in Vegas, against the Magic, and then the Spurs, and then he had to fly back and play a well-rested Indiana team without 3/5 of your starting lineup and a lot of your bench, and then on the fly back to New York on the second night of a back-to-back, take on a young, hungry Philly team that hadn't played in about a week. They hadn't played since Sunday going into that game, so it was 5 days off, something like that. So the Knicks definitely needed a day off, and they got it here at home, hopefully in their own beds, with their families, surrounded by their loved ones, and they got to sleep all day and go through their routines of catching back up. And so I'm expecting a much better performance here today from everybody involved, from Brunson, who's slumping a little bit with his efficiency, although still putting up the numbers we expect him to put up. From Karl-Anthony Towns, from specifically OG Anunoby, boy oh boy, did he look like he had no leg. He was spaghetti legs out there, couldn't hit anything. But we will get to everybody because we will start where we always start, where we're always going to start, with the captain, Jalen Brunson. Doing Jalen Brunson things. I don't have much to say about it. They don't win Indiana without him. They aren't in the game the way they are against Philly without him. They don't win the NBA Cup without him. He's in the top 5 conversation of MVP candidacy already here, about a third of the way through the season. Is Jalen Brunson, what you want? This is superstar Jalen Brunson. What do you want me to say about my guy, right? King Free, what's up, King Free? John Corley, what's up, John? Let's get back to our winning streak. Let's go, Knicks. Absolutely. And I had the pregame up here. I still have it up here. Alan Hahn opened the show by giving the stat that the Knicks have not lost back-to-back games since about Halloween. So they got November and now almost all of December, about 2 months without losing back-to-back games. Let's not make that a thing that happens tonight, right? Let's not do that. Raph said, how you doing, Cheppy? What's up? We lost against Sixers, but we're going to win tonight against the Heat. Absolutely, Raph. I love the confidence. Always love it. Look, losses happen. They happen. Again, we can maybe kind of chalk it up to a little bit of a scheduled loss. They were in the game. They could have pulled it out, but you didn't get anything from OG Anunoby. You didn't get the efficiency you normally get from Jalen Brunson, from Karl Anthony Towns, from Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, the efficiency was there for him. He showed up. But everybody else, not really. Tyler Kolek was a disaster off the bench after we were going through Kolek mania for a little bit there. So everything just kind of came crashing back to earth a little bit, and that happens. That happens. Again, a little bit of a schedule loss, second half of back-to-back, all the travel involved. We can go over that over and over and over again. Fact of the matter is, the night ended with the Knicks losing. And unfortunately, it's going to happen again at some point this year, but hopefully we space these losses out as much as we've been spacing these losses out so far this year. They are, 18-8 on the year, 19-8, something like that. They are on their way. They are chasing the Detroit Pistons down. The thing that sucks the most about that loss was the fact that the Detroit Pistons had lost earlier in the week, and so the Knicks were only 1 back in the loss column, and with that loss, it shoves them back down to 2 back in the loss column. So didn't have the ability of gaining any ground on the Detroit Pistons, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not really worried about that one bit. I'd turn the heat down. What I am concerned about is the Miami Heat, who have been slumping, but we'll get to the Miami Heat. Again, start with Jalen Brunson. So let's quickly move on to Karl Anthony Towns. Rab said the Knicks, who was the sauce that was against the Pacers, and that's the reason they lost against the Sixers, but we're going to put it up tonight, and we're going to win. Yeah, look, hopefully they got their rest. That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping to see a much better and much more efficient offensive game from all of our New York Knicks here tonight. We move on to Karl Anthony Towns, the other star on this team, the Robin to Jalen Brunson's Batman. 22.5, 12, 3.2. We know all the statistics. We know. We've been talking about it. We've been emphasizing it. The efficiency is on its way. It's slowly creeping back to where it's been throughout the rest of his career, right? The biggest improvement from Karl Anthony Towns so far, and it's in line with the eye test. It's also in line with the advanced metrics. At some point, I'm just going to go ahead and throw some advanced metrics in here defensively for Karl Anthony Towns. Because my goodness, is it like eye-opening to look at those and see Karl Anthony Towns at the tippity top of all of these defensive metrics lists. It's like, who taught Karl Anthony Towns to play defense? Oh, that's right, it's probably the new coaching staff who isn't just entirely playing him in drop coverage. But it's also him being out there with a much more locked-in Josh Hart, with a much more locked-in Mikal Bridges, and just a maybe better defensive scheme than what they had been playing previously. So, Karl Anthony Towns has just been a much better overall player so far this year. And the offense is creeping up after a little bit of a slow start. Not a little bit. After a slow start, they are creeping back to where we normally expect Karl Anthony Towns to be offensively. OG Anunoby was absolutely horrendous. We already talked about it a little bit here, but he was absolutely horrendous the other night. Probably his worst game as a New York Knick ever. And I don't even want to say probably. That was his worst game as a New York Knick ever. He was still pretty good defensively, and that's the thing about OG. He's always going to be able to have an impact in the game because he's such a dynamic defensive player. The offense was non-existent. Like I said, he ended up being 1 for 9 from the field in that game. The one basket he made, he only had 2 points. He didn't get to the foul line either. The one basket he made was a dunk that he had at the end of the game, in which the game was pretty much already decided. So didn't give them anything the other night against Philly. So I'm expecting a bounce-back game from OG Anunoby tonight. Hopefully, again, he got his rest. We go over to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, Mr. Consistency, Mr. Iron Man, Mr. I ain't never gonna miss a game ever in my NBA career. Mikal Bridges, he's been showing up. And it hasn't been the most efficient, but he was there against the Spurs. He wasn't great against Spurs, but he was there. He showed up against the Pistons when we needed him most. Showed up against Philly, played a pretty good game against Philly. And, I'm expecting him to continue to do what he does. 16.5, 4.6, 4.2. He has been doing this all season long. The efficiency is still there from him. 40% from 3, 52% from the field. Outside of Jalen Brunson, the most consistent player on the team. So, not much to say about Mikal Bridges other than I expect him, with Anunoby being better, with Towns and Brunson being better, with hopefully Tyler Kolek being better tonight, to just be able to continue to slide into that role as the fourth option and not be asked to do too much. Rav said Kolek in the game tonight. I'm expecting a bounce-back game from Tyler Kolek. Part of the reason why we're not going to talk about Tyler Kolek in the pregame here because I don't have a Tyler Kolek graphic, nor do I think it's that important until we start to see some of our bench guys come back from the injury, like Deuce McBride, like Landry Shamet. So I'm going to wait off for now until we get some more information on Tyler Kolek and his return. But we get to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, 12.4 points, 7.7 rebounds, 5 assists. He was, I guess, fine against Philly, just didn't really stand out too much, didn't really give them a whole lot, didn't hit a perimeter shot. I think he only ended the game with 5 points. So again, you're going to need more at a Big Josh, especially with him being a starter. Again, you're going to need more at a Big Josh at nights like that, especially considering he had the night off against Indiana. He was really one of the guys you needed to see come back and show up and be the energy guy, right? Like all of the guys who had the night off against Indiana are the guys I would have leaned on more in that Philly game, aside from the fact that Josh Hart just didn't really have it that night. Now, maybe it wasn't just a night off the way I'm phrasing it against the Indiana. Maybe there is a legitimate injury with Josh that may be hampering his game a little bit here for the next couple of weeks. But, the NBA season continues to go on. So as long as you're out on the court, I'm going to critique the way you played. Josh Hart wasn't really all that effective against Philly. The defense was fine. The offense and the contributions overall with the rebounding and the playmaking was fine. It's just we have such a high bar for a guy like Josh Hart because we know what you're capable of. We know what you can do. We know what you can provide. And a night against Philly was subpar. It was subpar. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like, it wasn't OG Anunoby's level of a disaster, but it was subpar, right? So expecting a little bit of a bounce back game from Josh Hart as well. It's also, he's much more impactful as well when other guys are hitting shots. And, not to emphasize how poorly they shot it against Philly, but the numbers would have looked a little bit better in his assist column and maybe his rebounding column if other guys had hit shots and we weren't having to run back and forth all the time. They could actually take it out from outside of the basket so we could set up our defense. But, on a night where you don't hit shots, you need other guys to maybe step up and find other ways to help you win. And Josh Hart wasn't able to do that night against Philly. King Free said, too much wine for Josh after the cup. Hey, that might be the case with a lot of guys on this team. Who knows? Look, they deserve to celebrate, but now we are back in the regular season. We're in the full swing. This is our third game back from the Cup, so we are past the NBA Cup at this point. And by the way, I went online to try and find the NBA Cup merchandise. I wanted the shirt. I was maybe going to get a hat, and it's all sold out. It's all sold out. Y'all bought it all. You didn't even save any for me. I wasn't quick enough to get to it, but my goodness. I didn't think they were going to be sold out. I didn't think it was in limited supply. I thought I was going to be able to go and buy it at any point in the season. But, yeah, unfortunately, that's all gone. I was going to wear it on the show and everything. We get over to Deuce McBride, and no updates on Deuce McBride. Unfortunately, still out. No updates. Can't really talk about anything with Deuce because where are you, big dog? Where are you? The Flea said we need your merch. I'm working on it, please. I'm working on it. Niall Dimitri with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Niall. Appreciate you. I'm working on it, please. Look, man. Please. Come on, man. I'm working on it. It's over. Come on. I'm trying over here. I'm trying. I almost fell through the green screen. I'm trying over here. We got the shirts on the way. This is a different kind of shirt. It's on the way. This is a blue shirt. It's with the logo. It's on the way. Here's a nice red hoodie for you with the logo. It's on the way. I'm trying, please. I'm trying. It's a lot of work. Apparently, it's a lot of work to make merch and put it out there. I don't want to just put garbage up on a website and be like, yeah, you guys buy that garbage. I'm gonna, make sure it's quality. It's something that I would wear. You know what I mean? So I'm working on it. I'm picking out the fabric I want. We'll have it up there. Also working on a couple other designs, so it's not just the logo, but I'm gonna put it up with just the logo for now, and then other merch will make its way to the store. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. I was aiming before the holidays, but I didn't factor in the fact that the holidays get chaotic and there's a lot going on. So it'll be up. Probably right after the new year, it'll be up and ready to go. Kwame Robertson, what's up, Kwame? Sons Jen, what's up, Sons Jen? Question is, will you ship to Arizona? We will absolutely ship to Arizona, big dog. We will absolutely ship to Arizona, everywhere in the United States. And maybe beyond. But again, a one-man band over here. I'm making the website. I'm making the merch. I'm ordering, samples and sampling all the things. I'm working on it. Mark.tv, what's up, Mark? Albert, Puerto Rico in the house. Yes, sir, Albert. Yes, sir. But again, no updates on Deuce McBride, unfortunately. Unfortunately, no updates. No updates. I wish they could at least say, yeah, another week, right? Like, just let me know another week. Or just let me know he's on court. He's on the court. He's working out a little bit. A couple more, days, and we'll give you another update. I just want an update. That's all. I just don't want to be sitting here in the dark. This is like our 6th and 7th man off the bench. If anything, our 7th and 8th man off the bench with the way Mitchell Robinson's been playing, who we'll get to. But where's my Deuce McBride update? It was a sprained ankle. They said reevaluated in a week. It's been more than a week. Where's my Deuce McBride update? Mitchell Robinson. He hit some free throws. I should have just went in and updated his free throw percentage number because it was a ridiculous game. It was one of the best games he's played this season for sure. I wanted to say in his career, but he's had some crazy monster games in his career where and with much more importance than a regular season game against Philly on the second night of the back-to-back, right? So that was Mitchell Robinson having a dominant night, 20+ points, 15, 16 rebounds, something like that, 2 block shots, 7 for 8 from the foul line. Apparently, the whole story was like, hey, what happened to Mitchell Robinson? He started like a new kind of routine where he's waking up early and going to the gym and shooting some free throws. Vic, what's up, Vic? Marty Korn, what's up, Marty? He's waking up early, shooting some free throws, working with shooting coach Peter Patton, who's already worked wonders with Josh Hart, and now he's working wonders with Mitchell Robinson. Now it's one night, guy can get hot from the free throw line. We've seen Giannis in a finals game go 14 for 15 from the foul line, so it could happen if a guy's really lasered in and locked in. Get me to 50% for Mitchell Robinson, and I'll be all aboard. Or get me close. At least get me close. Listen, he was shooting 17% from the foul line. He went 2 for 8 in one game, and it jumped up to 22%. That's how bad he was shooting. Get me close to 50%. Get over 40. I'm gonna start. I might have to make a Peter Patton graphic, so we can give praise to Peter Patton and the work he's doing with the Knicks as the Knicks shooting coach so far this year. But a great game for Mitchell Robinson. He was 7 for 8 from the foul line. That is literally the thing we're going to walk away that Philly game with is like, we're leaving here with something. Mitchell Robinson might be turning the corner this year. Conditioning looking better. Explosion looking better. They're finding him on lobs. He can't be kept off with a glass right now. And he's knocking down some free throws. Gotta love it. Danny White, what's up, Danny? Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir, Danny. Yes, sir. Angela Harding, what's up, Angela? How are you? I'm good. How are you, Angela? How are you? Nice, beautiful Sunday. We get the Landry Shaman, and same thing with, that I said about Deuce McBride. No updates. I would just like an update. Let me know. Is he on the court? Or is he still waiting for an evaluation so that he can do some on-court activities? Can he shoot a basketball? Just give me any kind of update. I don't need a timetable. I don't need anything like that. I just want to know, where are we at with Landry Shaman? Should I be expecting him back within the week? Should I be expecting either of these guys back before the Christmas Day game? Should I be expecting them back before New Year's? Should I just have it in my mind that we're gonna have to wait until 2026 to see either of these guys play basketball again? I just want an update, right? The update could just be there is no update at this moment. Nothing has really changed. That could be an update. I'll live with that. I'm happy with that. Just speak to us. Just communicate. I just want some communication between the organization and the fan base. That's all I'm asking for. That's all. That's not a crazy ask, right? Like, even if there is no update, let me know that there is no update at this time for Landry Shaman and Deuce McBride, because I know there probably should be an update, but they're just not telling us right now. Kind of annoying. I'm starting to become annoyed, right? I get it, but I'm starting to become annoyed. We get to Jordan Clarkson. And let me wax poetic about Jordan Clarkson for a little bit. He's actually starting to knock down his shots. And I might, like Mitchell Robinson, I might have to go in and start adjusting some of the percentages here, some of the efficiency, because, earlier than I normally would. I usually try to give it a week before I go in and update the Knicks player graphics here for their new updated stats. So we don't do it for every game, because not much changes. So it's a little bit of a waste of time. So I try to let a week build up so things can actually change. Specifically, usually changes with their shooting percentages, their shooting splits. But it is well documented. We have talked to death about the struggles that Jordan Clarkson was on after a slow start to the year. Then he picked it up, got on a little bit of a hot streak, and it was like, hey, that's the Jordan Clarkson we need. He's not always going to shoot it well, but he's playing hard. He's out there. He's doing his thing. And then occasionally he can go off a little bit offensively. And that's the Jordan Clarkson we need. That's the Jordan Clarkson I'm expecting. And then he went on a horrible slump. So much so that his percentages dropped all the way down to 43% from the field and 28% from three-point range. This is no longer accurate because since that San Antonio game, that seemed to have woken him up. He had a great San Antonio game, had a good Indiana game, had a good Philly game. I'm expecting him to continue to play well for this team, especially in the absence of Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride. So I'm happy to see Jordan Clarkson doing well. I'm going to wax poetic about him. I'm going to give him his praise. When you play well, I praise you. When you play poorly, we'll criticize you. But overall, I'm just rooting for your success, Jordan Clarkson. And so far, he's been seeding these last couple of games. Hopefully, he continues it here tonight. Vic said Hawks going to lose to with Trey again. Yeah, I have it up over here, and they're down by 6 to the Bulls with 48 seconds left. Now down by 7. I guess the Bulls are at the foul line. My goodness. Lionel Monos, what's up, Lionel? Ernest Cash, what's up, Ernest? Just that said, so much so he has the wrong jersey on in the pic. This was I should probably update his picture too. This is a jersey swap picture in the offseason when I made these graphics and I put all the pictures up. This is a jersey swap of Jordan Clarkson that I took. So yeah, I should probably update pictures for both him and Yabusele. Again, an off-season picture of Guerschon Yabusele. But maybe I don't have to update the Guerschon Yabusele one because, like I said, if everybody comes back and Tyler Kolek remains a part of the rotation alongside McBride, alongside of Shamet, and Yabusele continues to be the odd man out, I might just completely remove the Yabusele graphic from the pregame speech here from the pregame rundown because there is nothing new to say about Guerschon Yabusele until he improves his play. He's on very limited minutes. He has a very short leash. He played 4 minutes in the Philly game. He hit 1 3, and we didn't see him the rest of the night. Mike Brown clearly has almost no trust in Guerschon Yabusele, and it seems very evident that he probably won't be on this team past the February deadline. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping for Guerschon Yabusele to turn things around or for him to no longer be on the Knicks because right now it just feels like a wasted spot. It's not like they're developing him. He's 29 years old. He kind of is who he is. So I'm either hoping that he can find his game and turn it around and actually be a serviceable 10 minutes, 12 minutes a game off the bench kind of guy, the way I thought he was going to be at the start of the year, or he's just off the team. Because at this point, if we're going to give spot minutes to a guy off the bench, it shouldn't be to Guerschon Yabusele. It should be to like Mo Diawara, right? A guy who we're clearly pumping some development time into, as he's gotten some spot minutes here and there. He got the start the other night against the Indiana Pacers. And so if we're going to go to a 4 or 5 minute, kind of first half stint for a guy, I would prefer it to be Mo Diawara and not necessarily Guerschon Yabusele. As much as, I just need you to be better or I need you to be gone. One of the two. Unfortunately. But that is how it works. The Flea said, give him a gray silhouette. That's crazy disrespectful. I wouldn't disrespect him like that. I would just be like, it's not worth talking about because every time we talk about Guerschon Yabusele, it's negatively, right? And I don't want to just keep harping on it. I just need you to be better, big dog. And that's it. And if you can't, then we're just going to have to retire talking about you in the pregame. It's probably gone on a little too long at this point even. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? It's probably even gone on a little too long for Guerschon Yabusele at this point. But I just, who am I replacing him with? Again, Tyler Kolek is the guy that's right there who will replace him if the time comes where we get Shamet and McBride back and Kolek still somehow remains a part of the rotation. He's the guy who's the odd man out who gets spot minutes here and there, and Yabusele's kind of banished to the shadow realm of never really playing. We'll swap him with Tyler Kolek, but for now, it's just kind of there. I can't. What kind of commentary you want me to give on these counting stats here? What kind of commentary you want me to give on this efficiency here? So we'll retire the Guerschon Yabusele graphic at some point here. It'll come. It's just whether or not he'll be replaced with the Tyler Kolek graphic or not, right? Angel A1 to Roman, what's up, Angel? Susan, what's up, Susan? Manuel Mercado, what's up, Manuel? The Heat are going to win this game? I don't know about that one, big dog. Hopefully the Knicks are nice and rested and they come out looking for not a revenge against the Heat game, but a revenge because they lost the other night against Philly. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? Now we get over to talk about the Miami Heat. We get Bam Adebayo. We're going to start with Bam Adebayo because I do consider him and believe him to be the best player on this Miami Heat team. 18.5 points per game, 9.4 rebounds, 2.5 assists. This is going to be a main trend when talking about the Miami Heat. This number right here, when I went in to adjust the statistics for the player graphics, these are up-to-date stats for these guys. This number right here for almost every player on the Heat dropped. Bam was averaging about 4.5 assists, close to 5 assists. Now dropped to 2.5. It's dropped by almost 50%, which is like, boy, oh boy, what is going on with Miami? Again, they're on a bit of a slide here. They've lost 6 of their last 7. Bam, a steal, a block, 2 turnovers, 33% for three-point range. And, we talked about earlier in the year, oh, wow, Bam is expanding his range. He's now dropping down to about a third of a percentage from three-point range. 33% is not good, right? That's the percentage range where teams will dare you to shoot. Can he knock down an open 3? Yes. Can he knock down a semi-contested 3? Probably. Can he knock down a contested 3? Not likely. So he's going to be reluctant for a guy who's already a low-volume three-point shooter, who's now struggling to shoot it from 3. He's going to be a reluctant shooter with these kind of numbers here from the field. 47.3% from the field is fine. He's mostly a 15-foot jump shooter or an attack the basket and finish, a putback, lob, dunk, or roll to the rim type of dude. He's been good. He's come back from the injury. Like I said, I consider him the best player on the team. Not like I think he's a bad player. It's just, I don't know. He hasn't really stood out this year. Will he make the All-Star team even at this point? Again, he's missed a couple of games with the injury earlier in the year. He just hasn't really stood out, especially now considering how Miami is sliding after a really hot start to the year. Jason, what's up, Jason? Bernard Johnson said, a lot of people probably watching football. But yeah. I mean, it is football Sunday. It is football Sunday. We get over to Tyler Herro, who's not playing today. He did come back from the injury. Cool, great, awesome. I don't think it's a big coincidence that the slide started with Tyler Herro coming back to the lineup. He is just a Trae Young level black hole defensively for his team. So as awesome as it is that he can give you 23 a game, which is what he gave them last year, 5 rebounds. Again, like everybody else, assist way down, only 2 assists for Tyler Herro. Miami's offense is a little bit gimmicky. So they caught a lot of people off guard to start the year, and once people were like, "Oh, that's how they run their offense," a lot of teams seem to have caught on to it and can properly game plan against their offense. Very, very small amount of screens in the NBA, where screen setting really, really is the thing that can create advantages because of how much they allow illegal screening in the NBA and whatnot, and how easy it can kind of be to kind of guard one-on-one for a guy trying to attack in a straight line drive. If you don't have dynamic ball handlers, like Tyler Herro is a good ball handler, but he's not a dynamic ball handler. Same for Bam, same for the guy we're going to talk about next, and Norman Powell, the 3 best guys. It's just, it becomes very easy to help and then rotate off of them if you don't have constant movement on the back end, and it's just kind of a wheel out on the perimeter, like guys kind of slide around the perimeter and then cut along the baseline. It just becomes very easy. It's seemingly a little bit like a gimmick of an offense, and they're going to need to start incorporating more screens for a guy in Tyler Herro who's very good playing off of screens. Maybe lean in. You have that kind of offense they're running, but also maybe lean in a little bit more into what Tyler Herro's strengths are. JLV, what's up, JLV? Hope Brunson can score over 27.5. I don't really care. I hope so, but I don't really care what his final numbers are because I'm just looking for the win for the Knicks. Michael Rogers, what's up, Michael Rogers? Vic said their draft pick, Kasparis, should be starting. He did just come back from the injury, right? He's only played a couple of games so far this year. He started the year off good. Oh, my goodness. It's 151 or 150, Bulls-Hawks. What happened with the Hawks? How did they come back? And Buzelis missed a free throw. All right, we'll keep an eye on that. But Tyler Herro, since coming back, he's 50% from the field, 40% from the foul line, 92% from the foul line. So with 23 points a game, and it's like, oh, what's going on? Why are they struggling with Tyler Herro out there? He can't defend a traffic cone. And he, like I said, he's not a dynamic ball handler, so he isn't a great fit for this offense. Dominator Alviladar. What's up, Dom? What's up, Dom? Thank you for subscribing, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Tyson Bryan. What's up, Tyson? Now, Davion Mitchell is back to Kasparis. Will probably be off the bench. Yeah, and we'll talk about it. We don't have a Kasparis Jakuchonis graphic, but we'll mention him. We'll mention him at the end here. We get to Norman Powell, who is, down here, no Bam, no Herro, no problem. With Bam, with Herro, no problem. Powell's improved from his unexpected leap last year, continues to be better this year. Still over 40% from three, still damn near 50% from the field at about 49. I'll round up for you, big dog. About 85% from the foul line. I'll round up again for Norman Powell. He's been very good to great even for Miami. Again, not the greatest defender. He does play hard, but not the greatest defender. So you're really relying between him and Tyler Herro in the starting lineup. Again, no Tyler Herro tonight. He's not playing. But normally between him and Tyler Herro in the starting lineup, your perimeter defense takes a big hit. Takes a big hit, particularly on the wing, because now you're really reliant on an inconsistent Andrew Wiggins. You're really reliant on a really small Davion Mitchell, and you're super reliant on Bam Adebayo. So, you know, wing defense seemingly super important in the NBA. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? Sweet baby Jesus. What's up, sweet baby Jesus? This is the season. This is the season. We get to Andrew Wiggins, and like I just said, one of the most wild cardist of players in the NBA. 6.3, 4.8, 2.8 assists. Again, look at all these, you know, for their main guys on the team. 2.8 assists for all four of them so far. Under 3 assists for all four of them so far is not really what you want to see for a bunch of guys who have the ball in their hands as often as those guys do, right? I mean, the counting stats always look good with Andrew Wiggins, at least decently. And the efficiency has always been fine for Andrew Wiggins. 47 from the field, 38 from 3, 71 from the foul line. Foul line a little low than where you want it, but I always say over 70 and I'm cool with, so I'm cool with that. But Wiggins, you know, I wrote here, feels like Wiggins has been trying to find his game his whole career. Average defender on most nights with an unreliable jump shot. He can be hit or miss. So some nights he looks like a complete wing stopper out there and he's awesome. Some nights he can't guard a traffic cone alongside Tyler Herro. Some nights he can't miss from 3. Other nights he can't buy a basket from 3. Some nights he could finish. Other nights he can't. It's just what kind of Andrew Wiggins are you getting, right? So with Anunoby out there, with Mikal Bridges out there, Andrew Wiggins normally has kind of a should I say forgetful? Seems a little harsh to say, but not a super impactful game whenever they play the Knicks and he has to match up with the Knicks wings. Bernard Johnson said, that's right. Y'all, let's go Buffalo Bills. Yes, I'm from Brooklyn. I love the Bills. AP, what's up, AP? Good luck to us. Good luck, man. Good luck. They're going to need it. They're going to need it. Miami, pretty good. Just Dad said, seen Draymond last night. How about the Shaden Sharp dunk over us? I saw the Sharp dunk over us. I saw Draymond got kicked out. Not surprising. Not surprising, you know. Eamon Owens, what's up, Eamon? Kenny McLeod, what's up, Kenny? Vic said, Hawks lost. Trey thought he got fouled. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it's gone. They lost, 152 to 150. Jalen Johnson with 36, 11, and 9. But Andrew Wiggins just, you know, what kind of night are we going to get out of Andrew Wiggins? What's going to happen with him? We get to Nikola Jovic, and Jovic is having a rough year so far. He's now under 40 from the field, under 30 from three-point range. This is year 3 for him, I believe, right? And so, again, I talk about that ticking clock in the NBA all the time, specifically with young guys. He's only 22 years old. He's got the size. He's got the wingspan. He's got the physical tools. He's got supposedly the skill set, a guy who could dribble, pass, and shoot. But the shooting ain't there. The dribbling and attacking ain't there. The passing isn't there. Again, we still haven't covered a guy who's over 3 assists a game so far in this team. We'll get to him in Davion Mitchell, but he's really one of the only guys. Just that said, Kerr is enabling Draymond. He's been doing that his whole career, brother. Been doing that his whole career. AP said, how does the NBA put up with Draymond Green? World minute. Because the commissioner of the NBA is spineless. That's how. He just turns the other way because he doesn't want to make a ruling on anything ever. You know. Jovic, I mean, not much to say other than like, yeesh. Like, I believe there's been games, and if there are any Heat fans in chat, let me know. I believe there have been games where Jovic has been DNP-CD'd, like did not play coach's decision, like a healthy scratch from the rotation. Like he's falling very, very far down the rotation. Like I said, that ticking clock in the NBA, you don't have a lot of time to figure it out, specifically when you're on teams that are looking to win. And not that Miami is looking to compete for a championship this year, but they're definitely, you know, that organization doesn't tank. They are looking to win basketball games. And so if Jovic is not going to help them win basketball games, they're going to move on from him very, very quickly. And it may just be a matter of time where either he pops or Miami moves on. They will not just continue to allow him to languish on the bench, not developing. Vic said Jovic will probably play 5 minutes of anything. Yeah, he's kind of like the Gershon Yabusele of the Heat right now, which is unfortunate for him because Yabusele is 29 years old on a small contract, and Jovic is playing for his next NBA contract. Jovic is injured currently, so no Jovic tonight. I thought I saw that, but I wasn't sure about it. Thank you, Brian. Brian McKenna. Thank you, Brian. We get the Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware's awesome. Unlike Jovic, 21 years old, young draft pick, who is flourishing so far this year. He's over 10 rebounds a game, and I do believe he comes off the bench, right? Miami starts Andrew Wiggins at the 4. They don't want to start the double big lineup. They're going to bring Kel'el Ware in. They will go to the double big lineup, but they won't start it. 12 a game, 10.4 rebounds is damn good. 45% from 3. Not a ton of volume, but knocking him down when he takes them. And then 55% from the field is fantastic. Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware is starting. They are going to the double bigs tonight. There you go. We get the Jaime Jaquez, important player for them. We finally get to a guy averaging over 3 assists for them as we're about to get to the tip-off, so we're going to rush through it real quick. Still can't buy a jump shot, but he is flourishing, attacking the basket. This offense seemingly built around his skill set, but he is really playing well. Titan said Ware is starting. Yeah, we just saw it. Ware is starting tonight. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Davion Mitchell, 7.7 points per game. He's kind of the engine in terms of lubricating their offense and getting them moving and getting them going and actually picking up assists for them. Knocking it down from three-point range. He's a bulldog of a defensive guy. The only thing really holding him back defensively is that he's 6 feet tall, and I think that's being generous. We got the Pelle Larsson. Pelle Larsson is not playing. He's injured, but he's a good 3-and-D archetypical player. He's solid. They're going to miss him and his defense. Simone Fontecchio starting after a blazing hot start. He was shooting like 55% from threes, now down to 37. Still a good three-point shooter, but not the way he was shooting at the start of the year. And here we go. We're tipping it off. Beautiful. We ran through. We got caught at the end a little bit there. Had to rush it, but we are here. Here we go. The Knicks win the tip, and Jalen Brunson will bring it down. Same starting 5 for the Knicks as usual. Brunson, Hart, Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. They get over to Towns. Where's my microphone? Here we go. Towns has it up top, being guarded by Bam. Gets it over to Brunson on the left wing. Swings through to his left. Baseline fall-away jumper. Comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Loose. Powell pulls it out, and he's bringing it down the other way. Norman Powell on the right wing, being picked up by Brunson. Not the greatest matchup. They swing it up top to Mitchell. Mitchell swings it over to Wiggins. He'll fire a 3 over Josh Hart, and he comes up short on it. Bam knocks the rebound out to Powell. Gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell up top, crosses over to his left down the lane, kicks it in the corner. Wiggins, pump fakes, back up top to Mitchell. He's going to fire the 3 over Josh Hart, and he's going to rattle that one in for the first basket of the game. This one goes to Miami. 3-0. Brunson bringing it down. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by Powell. Back up top to Brunson. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Towns up top, being guarded by Bam. Gets it over to Bridges, coming to his left. Driving it down, stop, turn, spin, got nowhere to go, swings it out to Brunson, right wing, pump fakes. Mitchell drives him off the line, Brunson in the lane, stop, pump fake, fall away over Mitchell at the buzzer, got it to go, my goodness, Mitchell was all over him, Brunson got it to go anyway. Here comes Davion Mitchell bringing it down the other way, looking for an answer. Has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Mitchell coming to his right off a Ware screen, they show 2, Mitchell pulls it all the way back out, good defense from the rotation from the Knicks, but they swing it over to Powell, left corner wing, and he left corner 3, and he got it to go in. 2 straight threes for the Miami Heat to open up the game. Lightly contested 3, so the Knicks were there, but could have been a better closeout. They kick it out to Josh Hart, left corner. He's trying to answer, and he gets that one to go, and the Knicks answer right there. The Knicks do look fresher. Their first 3-point shot going down is a good sign. Mitchell gets it up top to Adebayo. Bam Adebayo has it on the right wing, being guarded by Josh Hart, so he's going to bring him in the post and look to back him down. Using his size and strength to his advantage. Pump fake, leans in, loses the handle, out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Heat here. Out of bounds off of Towns. And I never started my timer. My apologies. We got 10 minutes to go. We're only 2 minutes behind. We'll catch up. Mitchell gets it into Powell along the baseline. Throws up the floater off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Shot out of Kane, bringing it down the other way. But his teammates don't get back with him. But Bridges does. And he sneaks in and knocks down the reverse layup over Norman Powell. Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges just always there to run. Bam swings through along the baseline against Anunoby. Stops, turns, flips it up with the right hand. Way off on that one. Josh Hart, yet another rebound, and we are off and running yet again. Knicks with a 1-point lead here. Hart pass fake, gets it out to Bridges. Bridges on the right wing, over the top pass to Towns on the left wing. Now over to Anunoby in the left corner. Pump fakes against Adebayo down along the baseline. Kicks it over to Brunson, knocked out of bounds. Nope, not knocked out of bounds. Anunoby saying it got tipped, but they're going to give it to the Heat here. AP reminding people with the like button. Appreciate JP. If you're enjoying the show, here we go. We're off and running. Go ahead, leave a like, hit the thumbs up button. I very much appreciate it, y'all. Knicks holding on to a 1-point lead early here, 9:20 to go. Mitchell has it on the left wing, being guarded by Brunson. Gets it over to Andrew Wiggins up top. Pump fake jab step, back out to Mitchell. Brunson closes the airspace, so he drives it to his right. Pull the pass inside, ball loose, but he picks it back up. Wiggins goes up and smokes a layup. And now here comes Josh Hart pushing the other way, beats Wiggins down the court, putting his head down, spins, kicks it up top to Towns. Towns, pump fakes, being guarded by Wiggins. Now he's going to slow it down. The Knicks are going to look to run their offense. Towns pump fakes, driving to his left on Wiggins. He's got the size and strength advantage. Gets blocked by Wiggins, though. Towns went up a little weak there, and Wiggins closed the airspace and got the chase down block. And now Bam bringing it down the other way. Throws a lob to nobody. Terrible pass. Josh Hart picks it up. Home run pass to Towns, who stepped back for a long baseline, too. Don't love that. Adebayo did grab the rebound off the miss, though, but when he landed out of bounds, so the ball will go back to the Knicks. 8:40 to go. Brunson gets it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart on the right wing. Directing traffic to get over to Brunson. Brunson back to Hart. Hart coming to his left. Puts up the right wing three. Can't get that one to go. Josh Hart now 1 for 2 from three-point range. I like that he's firing it away. Mitchell bringing it down, leaves it off for Bam. Bam walks into a pull-up threes, the trailer, and throws up an air ball. Ball going back to the Knicks. Oof. Did I stop the timer? I did. Brunson has it up top. We got 8:15 to go. Brunson gets it over to Towns. Standing around for the Knicks. We got to get it moving. Towns has it up top. Takes the handoff. Keeps it. Gets it over to Josh Hart on the left wing. Being guarded by Khalil Ware. And again, a lot of standing around for the Knicks. Josh Hart blows past the defense. Reverse layup for him. Can't get it to go. Good drive from Hart. Great defense from Miami to contest him at the rim. Smokes the layup. And now Miami pushing it the other way. Mitchell has it on the left wing. Being guarded by Brunson. In and out dribble. Kick it out to Wiggins. Wiggins up top. Swings it over to Norman Powell. And a foul on Bridges. And they're going to say no shot. Foul on the floor. Norman Powell is excellent at the pump fake, side dribble, draw the foul on the defender from the perimeter for a jump shot. Excellent at that. Namar, what's up, Namar? Missed the last couple of streams. I was in India, came back sick yesterday. Oh, brother. Wishing you the best, Namar. Wishing you the best. Buzzer beater, what's up, buzzer beater? Powell gets it over to Ware. Ware in the left corner. Attacking Towns off the bounce. Stop, turn, leans in. Fall away jumper at the foul line. Got to go for Khalil Ware. It's a tough move right there. 7:30 to go. Brunson has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Mitchell. Coming to his left. Spins back to his right. They show two. Brunson struggling with his handle. And the ball got knocked loose out of bounds. Great defense from Miami there between Mitchell and Bam. Not the two defenders you want to be caught by in a Miami trap. Knicks are moving the ball well, but I don't think the player movement right now is particularly that good. Jaime Jaquez coming in for Bam and Adebayo here. Bam to the bench. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Daniel Tilson, what's up, Daniel? No defense, Towns. Towns has been fantastic defensively. Like I said, I want to put some advanced metrics in there. We got a technical? What was the technical from? Norman Powell at the foul line, and he misses whatever technical there was. Who picked up the technical? Norman Powell was at the foul line by himself. Missed the free throw. Ball don't lie. Ball does not lie. Tell you that. It's 8-7. 7:25 to go. Our timer has caught up. Here we go. Knicks have yet to make a technical foul on Towns. Now they show it. Knicks have yet to make a substitution. Still with the same five starters out there. Jaquez is coming for Adebayo. Bridges on the left wing being guarded by Jaquez. Crossing over to his left. Stop, turn, spin. Baseline. Fall away jumper. Mikal Bridges got it to go. His first shot of the game. Mitchell bringing it down the other way. Being guarded by Brunson. Mitchell on the right wing. Up top to Wiggins. They swing it over to Powell. Powell being guarded by Hart. Coming to his left. Driving it down along the baseline. Gets caught in the air. They kick it out. Khalil Ware. Right corner three. We talked about his three-point prowess as he makes them pay right there, knocking down the three. 45% from three-point range. Can't give him open looks. Bridges attacking to his left in the paint, stops, turns, spins, tried to kick it out to Brunson at the last second. A bad pass from Bridges. You got to shoot that. Just got to shoot that. And now Jaquez bringing it down the other way, goes all the way to the rim. Scoop layup, got it to go. And Josh Hart got hit with the Gortat screen, couldn't get over it to contest the shot at the basket. And a full timeout from the Knicks as Miami has now taken a 4-point lead. 13-9 here early in the first. 6:30 to go. Judge Dad said, last time I have to play the Miamiers this year at least. Yeah. It's a good thing we knocked out all of our Florida games so far this year. No more Orlando Magic games. No more Miami Heat games. We got them up out of here. The next time we see these guys, if we do see either of these teams, we'll be in the playoffs. We'll be in a playoff setting. And I like our chances in a playoff setting. Judge Dad said, UConn about to win. Interesting. Coro White. What's up, Coro? Good timeout, Coach Brown from Bernard Johnson. Yeah, good timeout. Good timeout. We got some things we got to talk over. We got to go over a couple of things. I would like to see a substitution coming out of this timeout. Somebody to get this offense going a little bit, whether that is Mitchell Robinson with some offensive rebounding, or if that is Tyler Kolek, or maybe try to bring in an offensive guard in Jordan Clarkson. I would just like to see a substitution, something different. Get these guys off the court, give them a bit of a breather, recalibrate a little bit. AB said this is becoming a habit, playing from behind. Brother, almost every team in the NBA at some point is playing from behind, right? If you want to exclude the Oklahoma City Thunder, every team plays from behind almost every night. That is a part of basketball. It is very rare to come out and win a game wire to wire. It is a 4-point game, my brother. They are not even playing from behind. They are playing from equal footing. He said, if it's going to burn us out, give the NBA Cup back. The NBA absolutely has to come up with some kind of solution for the 2 finalists for the NBA Cup. Or maybe the 4 teams that go to Vegas for the NBA Cup. No, the 2 finalists that go to the NBA Cup, because at least the 2 teams that lost, they can fly back to home or to wherever they're going for their next game and at least have a day or 2 in between. Not even a day or 2, because it's a day off and then it's the NBA Cup game and then it's a day off. Or maybe they play that day, whatever. So everybody, the NBA needs to figure out how to give the 2 finalists for the NBA Cup 2 or 3 days. 2 days. That's all we're asking for. 2 days. 2 days. Jay, hey, what's up, Jay? Just that's Terry Rozier playing from behind, if you know what I mean. He's way behind. Elvin Villamore, what's up, Elvin? He is way behind. Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Here we go, we're back in. Some full court pressure here from the Miami Heat. They got 2 guys on Jalen Brunson to make sure he doesn't get the ball, but Jalen Brunson gets it, and we'll bring it down now. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Clarkson has come in for OG Anunoby. Brunson has it up top, dancing with it against Mitchell. Now trying to get it over to Bridges. Bridges off a pin down from Towns. Now they get it to Towns in the post, and he gets... Nope, they call an offensive foul on Towns. And there's the silly foul from Towns. We're due at least one. We're due at least one from Karl Anthony Towns. Hopefully that's the only one tonight. Miami quickly pushing it the other way. Karen, what's up, Karen? Luis Rosario, what's up, Luis? Wiggins has it up top, being guarded by Clarkson. They kick it over to Ware. Ware straight away 3 over Towns. Splashes it, nothing but net. Well, Ware has been phenomenal from 3-point range so far this year. 45% coming into the night. And probably going to go up after his performance so far. Bridges gets it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it over to Brunson. Brunson, jab step, swings through to his left, step back, all the way baseline jumper, in and out, can't get it to stay. Ware with the rebound, quick outlet to Powell. Powell bringing it down. Powell hit ahead to Jaquez. Jaquez down the lane. They swing it out to Mitchell. Mitchell, pump fakes. Coming to his left, has it in the lane, throws a lob over the top to Ware, and Ware goes up and finishes. We got to get Mitch in the game at some point. Knicks now find themselves down by 9. Now they are truly playing from behind. 10-0 run, and Robinson pops up off the bench and goes to the scores table. Brunson spins off of Towns, now coming to his left. Mitchell battling around it. Mitchell hits the floor trying to draw that second foul on Towns. Brunson in the lane, knocks down a floater over 2 defenders for a basket for the Knicks, stopping the bleeding a little bit there after the 10-0 run for the Heat. Mitchell bringing it down. They get over to Jaquez. Jaquez going to put his head down and attack Josh Hart at the bounce. Spins to his left, spins back to his right. In the paint, flips it up with the right hand. Got it to go. There's got to be some help on the backside there. Towns did not want to leave Ware after giving up the lob pass on the previous end. And the Knicks pay the price. And a pull-up three for Jalen Brunson trying to answer, and he got it to go. Maybe Jalen Brunson is just going to wake up here, put the Superman cape on real quick to make sure the Knicks don't fall down by too much. Jaquez on the left wing up top to Ware. He's going to look to answer. Towns gives him the wide-open walk-in three. Too long, can't get it to go, though. Knicks catch a break. Josh Hart with the long rebound to get it over to Brunson on the right wing. And Brunson bounce past the Towns down low, off of his leg, but he's able to recover it. Towns has two on him. Kick it out to Brunson, and the ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Towns. Towns, Brunson, wide open. Just swing it back to JB, big dog. And the ball is going to go back to Miami here. Karl Anthony Towns, big dog, my man, brother, homie, the bodega, the cat. And he comes out of the game for Big Mitch. Karl Anthony Towns already has one technical. Can't afford to pick up a second one. Bernard said, don't start being selfish, Towns. He couldn't get the ball to Brunson and then just eventually turned his back to him. It's like, brother, just find a way to get it to Brunson. It was wide open there. He just hit a three. Mitchell coming to his right of a screen, driving it down, throws up a lob. Robinson breaks up the lob pass, and that's why you got to bring Big Mitch back in. And here comes Bridges bringing it down, right wing, pulls it back out, coming to his left off a Robinson screen in the paint, follow away jumper over Ware, in and out, can't get it to stay. Simone Fontecchio comes from the weak side and secures the rebound. They swing it over to Wiggins. Wiggins a pull-up three in transition over Hart. Splashes it, nothing but net. Oof, Miami is smoking the net so far here tonight. Brunson bringing it down. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Wiggins. Now Jaquez switches onto him. Brunson driving to his left. Herro in the paint. Throws up a tough floater. Got it to go. JB, he's on one right now. He is on one. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down the other way. Robinson switched onto him for some reason. Brunson and Robinson somehow got cross-matched there. Simone Fontecchio has it up top. They swing it over to Jaquez. Jaquez driving to his right. Clarkson steps in. They kick it out. Fontecchio, pump fake, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell right wing three. Another open one, and he got it to go. And Miami smoking the nets. 10-point lead for Miami for the first double-digit lead of the game. 3:20 to go. Brunson gets it over to Josh Hart, catches it on the stampede cut all the way to the basket, gets the scoop layup to go. Probably was a goaltend on Chloe anyway, but it didn't matter because he got the layup to go. Get it over to Jaquez. Jaquez up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. They swing it over to Mitchell. Mitchell. Now they get it over to Wiggins. Wiggins being guarded by Clarkson. Backing down Clarkson. Stops, steps through, throws up the floater. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Robinson clears with the rebound, and here comes Brunson bringing it down. Brunson, pull up three. Not a great look. Comes up short, long rebound. And Jaquez knocks the ball into the backcourt towards their basket. Wiggins saves it over to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to drive it in against Hart to the basket. Puts up the floater over Clarkson. Got it to go. And great play from Miami there as Jaquez just knocked it into the backcourt. Wiggins chased it down, and Mitchell wisely attacking and getting the layup to go. Brunson has it on the right wing, being guarded by Mitchell, one-on-one, has him in the post. They show two, steps through, goes in, and gets fouled. Davidson not looking good? It's looking fine, brother. It's looking fine. You can't be this reactionary early in the game. They got to clean up the defense. They got to make some shots outside of Jalen Brunson. OG Anunoby looks like he's coming back in here. Is that did I see Mo Diawara take his warm-ups off and go sit on the bench? Is Mo Diawara coming into the game? Hold on. I talked about how if we're going to give spot minutes to a guy off the bench as the 10th man in the rotation, I don't want it to be Gershon Yabusele. I'd rather it to be Mo Diawara, who we're clearly invested in terms of his development. And guess who? I just thought now, who knows? He may just be making sure he's looking good. But he took the warm-ups off. He was fixing his jersey a little bit, and it looked like he was going to make his way to the bench to sit down. So let's see who they come out with after this timeout. Davey said, where the hell is Karl Anthony Towns? The guy is supposed to be our second star. Karl Anthony Towns doesn't typically have explosive first quarters when Jalen Brunson's in, because we normally play through Brunson, Hart, and Bridges or Anunoby to start, and then Towns, when he starts the second quarter, he looks to cook. Have you been watching the Knicks this season, AP? Come on, we talk about this all the time. Towns is not a go-to guy in the first quarter. He's kind of just the hub and the setup guy, and then he cooks in the second quarter when Brunson goes to the bench. Jairus said, Ogawa? Can I call you Jairus? What's up, Jairus? Looking fine. New York Knicks warm-up. I mean, the first quarter is a rhythm quarter. A rhythm quarter, right, Susan? Susan calls it the rhythm quarter. I call it the feel-out quarter. We're just feeling out, like who's hot, how's your play style. I mean, they're knocking it down from three. Knicks have to make a bit of an adjustment there. Khalil Ware starts the game 4 for 5 from the field. 2 for 3 from three-point range. Mitchell's 3 for 3 from the field. Jaquez is 2 for 2 after coming in off the bench. Got to make the adjustment, right? The game of runs. Mark said, I'm here. We can start winning now. That was the issue. My man Mark was not in the chat yet. AB said, I watched them only on here. I don't watch them on TV. Oh. All right, well, let me let you know, AP. Towns, he's not a big first quarter guy. Not when Jalen Brunson is available to play. He doesn't take a ton of shots. They don't look to get him the ball a lot unless he has a clear matchup advantage. He doesn't do a lot to look for his own shot all that often, again, unless he has a clear matchup advantage. That starts in the second quarter. So they try to get everybody in rhythm in terms of Anunoby and Bridges and Brunson and Hart and all those guys. Those guys do a lot more of the heavy lifting in the first. Towns wakes up a little more in the second. Didn't have a great first quarter anyway, but this is the typical rotation. So, Lenny, what's up, Lenny? Orange and blue all day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Coming out of the timeout, Brunson's at the foul line for 2, and I did see that correctly. Mo Diawara is in the game. Matt Fusco said Brunson is selfish. I don't know how you could say that, big dog. I don't know where that opinion can come from. Victor Rivero, what's up, Victor? Can't see the Knicks scoring list? I know, ESPN sucks. ESPN sucks, big dog. I know. I wish I could show you more. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll let you know who is scoring what. Brunson knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. Student said, Diawara is my friend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Chris? Same old Knicks, 10-point deficit at home. That could happen in an NBA game, guys. That could happen. Brunson knocks down both. The Knicks have the second best record in the East, and their best start in like 20 years. Not 20 years, but their best start in like 15 years. And yet, a lot of complaining so far because the Knicks are down by 8 in the first quarter here. Relax, guys. Jaquez follow-away jumper over Anunoby. Great defense. Mo Diawara played some damn good defense on Fontecchio, too. Here we go. Brunson bringing it down on the other end. In and out dribble. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Leans in. They swing it out. Diawara, right wing. Back to Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Drew Smith. Brunson's going to look to dance. Coming to his right. Stop. Step back. Diawara. Right corner 3. Line me up, Mo. Line me up, Mo Diawara minutes. And he comes in firing, knocking down the 3. I love to see it. Jaquez has it on the right wing being guarded by Anunoby. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. They kick it up top to Smith. They swing it over to Fontecchio. A 3 over Diawara. Good contest. Shoots up an air ball. Mo Diawara having an impact. Robinson clears with the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Smith. Brunson coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Driving it down. Throws a lob up. Mitchell Robinson throws it down, baby. The Gotham lob is back there finding Mitch for lobs. He looks explosive. He looks athletic again, and we are back. 28-25, 120 to go. Bam has it in the left corner. Being guarded by Robinson, blows right past him, draws the foul, and they give him the continuation in the end one, so he's going to go to the foul line for one more. Robinson still getting blown by out on the perimeter. Not the best at that so far this year. Matt said, now he passes, he heard me. Brother, he averaged 7 assists last year. He's averaging 6.5 assists this year. I don't know what to tell you, big dog. I don't know what to tell you. Rose Pierre, what's up, Rose Pierre? I want to see the Knicks roster, though. I wish I could show you, but ESPN sucks. ESPN sucks. I'm going to have to find another way to show you guys. Maybe the NBA one is better, but I do like having the game cast so you guys can see every now and again if I can move my big head and my big body up out of the way so you guys could actually see the plays that are happening. Brunson hit ahead to Clarkson. Left corner 3 for Clarkson. In and out, can't get it to go. Bam with the rebound. Bam missed the free throw, by the way, so it's 30-25 with a minute to go. Miami swings it around. Up top to Adebayo. Adebayo walks into the mid-range. Pull-up jumper over Robinson. Splashes it. Clarkson bringing it down the other way. Knicks pushing. Clarkson, pump fake, leans in, puts up the floater. Got it to go over the rookie. Jaku Chonis is in the game for Miami. Jaquez bringing it down, draws a foul. I think that's on Mo Diawara, who came from behind, not on Anunoby, who initially contested and kept him out of the lane. Relic, what's up, Relic? Vic said heat paces up. It is. No, they called the foul on Anunoby. Didn't have a great angle in that replay to actually see the foul, but Jaquez is at the foul line for 2. Bernard said, good one, Susan. We just need to have patience with these Knicks. They will figure it out. It's a 48-minute game, y'all. It's a 48-minute game. We can't be complaining after the first. We got to save our complaining for the second quarter and for the second half. You can't complain after a first quarter unless it's an egregious first quarter. It's a 7-point game, y'all. It's a 7-point game. Jaquez knocked down both free throws. It was just 3, too. Brunson has it up top. And it looks like Miami is in a 1-3-1 zone. Brunson a pull-up 3, splashes it. Oh, JB's might be on one. He might be on one tonight. The 3-point shot is going down off these screens. The legs may be back after some noodly legs against the Pacers. And then Robinson just swats Jack Jonas up out of there. You're going to have to learn, Rook. You're going to have to learn. You can't take Mitchell Robinson to the paint like that without hitting him with a little pump fake first. He can be a little jumpy. You're going to have to hit the shot block with the pump fake, Jack Jonas. They get it into Fontecchio. Fontecchio coming off the band, handoff, pocket pass Fontecchio. Diawara is right there, ball knocked loose, but Bam able to pick it back up. They swing it out, swing it over. Drew Smith, right wing 3. Good ball movement leads to the open 3, and Drew Smith knocks it down off of the wacky loose ball play. Knicks caught the Knicks in rotation. They had a good closeout on them, but just enough airspace for him to get it off. Brunson has it on the left wing to get it up top to Diawara. He spots up for a straightaway 3. Ooh, if he would have knocked that down, it went crazy. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's why he shot it up there. I was like, that's an audacious 3 from Diawara. But it was at the end of the quarter. Buzzer there. And so we end 37-30. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Who gave up besides AP? Matt said, sorry, Brunson and Cat together kills the D for 3. Well, Karl-Anthony Towns wasn't out there, brother. So if you're complaining about the last couple of 3s that Miami hit, Miami's just on one today. Sometimes you got to give credit to your opponents for playing some really damn good offense and moving the ball well. Relic said that's an active first quarter. Very active first quarter. Got to clean up the defense. 37 points in the first quarter for Miami is too many points allowed for the Knicks. 30 points in the first quarter should be good enough for the Knicks. That's around what you want. That's like the bare minimum of what you want from New York. So a fine first quarter offensively for them. A bad first quarter defensively for the Knicks. Gonna have to clean it up as the game goes on. MBM, what's up, MBM? Look, we're walking out of here with something. Mo Diawara's already hit a 3, and he got first quarter minutes. Listen, we're getting Mo Diawara and Tyler Kolek minutes so far here. I mean, we haven't gotten Tyler Kolek yet, but we're likely to get Tyler Kolek minutes tonight, so. Whew. Lee Wei Shi, what's up, Lee Wei? Horrible defense, especially on 3s. The Knicks don't play horrible. I mean, I don't think that was horrible first quarter defense. I think it wasn't great first quarter defense. It wasn't good. I definitely wouldn't describe it as that. Maybe subpar, maybe a little bit below where you want it. But I wouldn't say it was horrible. Bad is maybe even stretching it a little bit. Wasn't good. It wasn't good for sure. They have to clean it up. A lot of things they can clean up. They also, to your point, Leeway, also maybe got to close out a little bit better on the 3-point shooters. They clearly have the touch tonight. They allowed Kelly Ware to walk into 2 wide open ones, 3 wide open ones. He just missed one. So that was terrible defense, to your point. True. Other than that, I'm trying to think of, like, just been good offense for Miami. They swung the ball around, got it to their open looks. There's been a couple of scramble plays in which the ball was knocked loose and fighting for the loose ball, Miami was able to pull it out. It's a 50-50 play. Normally when you get caught in scramble situations like that and you are able to recover the ball on your side of the court and you can swing it around, as long as you play good offense and swing the ball around to the proper guy, you'll find an open look from 3. And Miami did that a couple of times in the first. So definitely a lot of things they got to clean up, right? Definitely a lot of things they got to clean up. All right, here we go. Start of the second. Got to start off right. Jaku Jonas, the rookie, bringing it down against Clarkson. Jaku Jonas has it up top to get over to Jaquez. Jaquez throws a lob up to Bam. What happened there on the back end? Towns, where were you? Looked like it got caught on an off-ball screen, and Bam wide open for the lob. Great play for Miami to start the quarter. Tyler Kolek also starts the second quarter here. So the Knicks are out there with Bridges, Clarkson, Kolek, Anunoby, and Towns. Clarkson swings it over to Bridges. Bridges back to Clarkson. Clarkson lines up a 3 over Jaku Jonas. And he gets it going right there with the 3. There you go, Jordan Clarkson. He's up to 5 points already. Jaquez on the right wing, attacking Anunoby. Spins in the lane, puts up the lefty shot. Got it to go. Tough move from Jaquez with Anunoby hanging all over him. Jaquez got to his spot, knocked it down with the offhand, the left hand. Again, sometimes you just got to give credit to the offense. It was great defense from the Knicks. Didn't matter. Bridges a right corner 3, and he got it to go. And the Knicks are looking to answer from the perimeter now as their 3-point looks are starting to go down. 41-36 here, 5-point game. Jaquez has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Anunoby. They swing it over to Adebayo, who has it up top, being guarded by Towns. He's going to look to take it off the bounce. They swing it over to Jaquez, catches, pump fake, swings through to his left in the lane, puts up the floater over Bridges. Too strong, can't get it to go. Fontecchio, the offensive rebound, smokes the layup, but he does draw the foul. So he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Who's that foul on? Who was that foul on? That was on Tyler Kolek. So Fontecchio's at the foul line for 2. Susan said, Jordan Clarkson is determined not to be on the invisible list. He seems determined to not be on that list for sure, Susan. Maybe he heard us complaining about him, right? Maybe he heard you threatening to put him on the invisible list because he has been showing up these last couple of games. The shot has come back. Stephen Smith. What's up, Stephen? From where does the name Sheffy derive? An old nickname for my friends. An old nickname. The nickname was because when we played basketball, it was more of a 3-point shooter. And so at the time, Curry was coming into prominence, and his nickname was Chef Curry. So they were like, you're like a mini Chef Curry. You're like a Chefy. So that's kind of where it came from. Kolek has it up top after Fontecchio knocked down both. Kolek down the lane, stops in the mid-range, steps through, gets the nice layup. Tyler Kolek has indeed been watching those Jalen Brunson film, man. My goodness. Drew Smith has it up top, attacking Clarkson off the bounce, behind the back, coming to his right. Clarkson does a good job staying in front of him. He spins off of him, though. Pump fake, leans in, draws the foul eventually. I mean, just great persistence from Drew Smith there. Clarkson followed him and shifted his feet all the way down, but Drew Smith refused to not get to the basket and eventually drew the foul off the pump fake. Got 10 minutes to go here. Drew Smith going to the foul line for 2. Miami now working their way to the foul line here. We got to give Tyler Kolek his layup there. 43-38, as Drew Smith knocks down the first free throw. Chris said the NBA Cup is a curse. Don't ever go for it. It might be. What it is, it's not a curse. What it is the league has not built in like a rest period for the teams that actually make it all the way to the championship, and so they play an extra game with no day of rest in between. Like, you should be rewarded with a day of rest. Kolek swings it over to Anunoby, who misses the 3. Drew Smith did knock down both of the free throws. They swing it over to Jaquez, spins in the lane, steps through, kicks in the corner Fontecchio. Kolek runs him off the line. They kick it back up top to Jaquez. They swing it over to Adebayo, now over to Smith. Knicks do a great job of their defensive rotation there. Miami continues to move the ball, though. Drew Smith down the lane and knocks down the scoop layup over Towns. Good defense, just way better offense. Way better offense for Miami there. And the Knicks, maybe not a step slow. Shake Luga, what's up, Shake? Maybe not a step slow is the correct term, but Miami maybe a step quicker? I don't know. I feel like Miami deserves more credit for their offense than the Knicks deserve criticism for their defense so far. Towns spins in the lane, goes right into Adebayo. No foul calls. Adebayo comes up holding his face. Towns kicks it out the Bridges for an open 3, and he knocks it down straight away. Adebayo bringing it down now against Towns. He walks into a pull-up 3. Can't get that one to go. Bridges with the rebound. Miami bails them out there. The Knicks don't really have to defend. Bam bails them out with the not great look from 3. Kolek crosses over in the lane. Hop step. Puts up the jumper. Can't get it to go. Bam mistimed his jump. And they call a foul on Towns for a little offensive push there. Going for the rebound, I guess, is what the foul is. Got to show me a replay on that one. Henrik Huckleberry. What's up, Henrik? He said, I'm queer from Miami. Good for you, Henrik. Cool. Bam did get a little shoulder tap from Towns in the chin there, but definitely a flop from Bam there. Definitely a flop from Bam. Looking for the foul call. He didn't get it. Did they call Mikal Bridges 3 or 2? Why is it 47-40? Bam has it along the baseline. Good defense from Towns there. Forces him to kick it out. They swing it around. Jaku Chonis, right corner 3 over Anunoby. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Bridges knocks it to himself. Takes it away from Towns. Bridges on the right wing. Coming to his left. And the Knicks going to the double big here with Robinson now in the game. Towns driving to his left in the paint, goes up against Bam, goes up for the layup, can't get it to go. Good defense from Bam. He's able to recover it. Towns upset, looking for a foul. Bam just blows right past him. So now it's 5-on-4. You got to get back on defense. They get over to Jaku Jonas, driving to his left, kicks it out. Jaquez wide open right, left corner three, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Robinson able to secure it. Here comes Kolek, pushing the pace, driving it down, over to Bridges, left wing three. Line me up, Mikal Bridges. He is in one. He is in one. Also, why is the score so off? I feel like I've done a good job of keeping track of it. Jaquez at the foul line, pump fake, steps through. Good defense from Robinson, forcing him to kick it out to Fontecchio, who has it up top. Dribbles off the screen to his left, puts up the three, and rattles it in. And Fontecchio has been like that this year so far. Now they give the Knicks that point back. 43-50. Hit ahead pass to Bridges, who can't knock down a reverse layup. Towns can't get the tip to go. Fontecchio with the rebound. Again, Towns goes into the backcourt, so it's a 5-on-4. Knicks play good defense, but Jaquez runs right into Robinson. No charge or anything on Jaquez as Robinson hit the floor, allowing these two teams to play through the contact right now. Jaquez knocks down the easy layup after Robinson was moved out of the way. And a timeout for Mike Brown as the Knicks find themselves down by 9 yet again. Just that's a Mikal game? Maybe. Maybe. They're going to need somebody to step up outside of Jalen Brunson. I mean, Jalen Brunson started the game, played well. Again, nothing from OG Anunoby so far, I'll tell you that. Just that's a Mikal 12-2-2 so far. Yeah, we can go down to the Knicks scores here because I think we looked sufficiently enough in Miami's. Again, I apologize for that. I'm going to have to figure something out, but as of right now, Miami ESPN changed up the way their GameCast looks. We used to be able to see both teams' scores who are on the court, and they changed it, so now it's so much larger on the other side there. So, unfortunately, we're just going to have to figure something new out. Completely is going to mess up the way my scene is set up here. But we can look here. Anunoby 0 for 1 from the field, 0 points so far. I don't know what's going on with OG. He is not involved in this offense right now. He is not looking to attack. Maybe, he was questionable going into the Indiana game, after the Vegas game, after the San Antonio game. He has not been on the injury list. So he's not been on the injury report since then. So I assume there really is no injury to report. But this just can't. Does that to change the screen size? I've tried changing the screen size so that it maybe would go back to the way it used to, so we could fit both sides. The issue is that when you change the screen size, it starts to look like this, and this is just too small. You can't see anything out of this. You can't make anything out of this. So I'm just gonna have to, and that's still not even showing both teams. Like, even if I scroll down, you still only get 4 players. You need a fifth. So this will show everybody, and then. I guess what I could do, I got an idea. No, I don't know about this idea. We'll figure it out. Just that said, load up 2 windows and overlap. The issue with that is that I have 4 monitors set up, right? So I have the 4 monitors set up. And so one monitor is for the game, the other monitor is for the streaming software, the other monitor is for the YouTube for the YouTube stream, and then this monitor is what you guys see for what you see here. So I could load up 2 windows. It just wouldn't update unless the window was open. So I'd have to have both windows open, which I would have to have open on the other monitor. I guess I could do that. I could do that over here. I don't have to stay on the YouTube stream over here. So again, we'll figure it out. It might have to be 2 windows. Here we go. We're coming back up to the timeout. 7:30 to go. Chris said, what's going on with OG? Personal issues? I don't know if it's personal issues. He's just not playing well, and a little bit of a slump. Just not super aggressive right now. Some full court pressure here from the Miami Heat. Anunoby bringing it down. Blows past Fontecchio. Throws a lob of the Robinson. Kalel Ware breaks it up. Not a good pass from Anunoby. Here comes Miami bringing it down the other way. Fontecchio up top to Wiggins. They swing it over to Powell, who's back in the game. Blows right past Bridges. Euro steps in the lane. He gets tripped up by Robinson. Nixon NYC. What's up, Nixon? Leeway they changed the format. Unfortunately, they changed the format. Unfortunately. So now I have to change my format to match their format because they're jerks. And I don't even know why they changed the format. They did not have to change the format because you used to be able to watch, even if you were watching the game through Gamecast, which is a crazy way to watch the game, but if you were keeping up with the game through Gamecast, the best way was to have it on the screen like this so you could see what's going on and then have both teams on the court players here. You don't need a picture of all these guys. You don't need this big of a window. Change it back to the way it used to be. Whatever. Mo Diawara comes back in for Anunoby. Here we go. We're back into it. Powell has it up top. It was a side out of bounds on a pass attempt from Powell, so no free throws for him. Drew Smith driving it down on Kolek. Good defense from Kolek. Battle for the rebound. Bridges knocks it over to Towns, and now Bridges will bring it down. Knicks find themselves down by 9, under 7 to go here in the second quarter. Bridges has it up top, being guarded by Powell, coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Pulls it back out. Crosses over to his right on Powell. Cross-court pass to Diawara. Diawara's going to have to isolate here on Fontecchio with the shot clock winding down. Leans in. Fall away baseline jumper. Can't get it to go. And everybody on the bench stood up. I think everybody on the bench right now is rooting for Mo Diawara the way we are. Fontecchio crosses over to his left to get it over to Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware got nowhere to go. Good denial from Diawara there. They force a pass up top to Powell, being guarded by Bridges. Powell coming to his right. Off the screen. Blows past Robinson. Reverse layup with the left hand. Smokes it. Good defense from Robinson, not the foul. Forced him to go to the left side of the rim, and he missed everything. Tyler Kolek has it up top, coming to his left. They swing it over to Towns. Towns, extra pass to Diawara. Jab step coming to his left, hands it off to Towns. Towns steps back, pump fakes, and then gets fouled by Fontecchio. Mark said, ESPN.com is bloated. I mean, the way I have the screen cropped right now is we have the chat over here. The chat is mostly over here to cover all of the incessant ESPN ads they have on their channel, as if they're not making enough money. Al Machinery, what's up, Al? Knicks needs to pay extra to play as hard as the game versus the Spurs. I mean, it's a regular season game. That was for a championship trophy, so they played as hard as they. You're not going to get that level of play for an 82-game regular season. It's just not. You're not going to be able to do it. Tyler Kolek gets going to the basket with the layup, and they call a goaltend on Jaquez, and they call a goaltend on the Kolek layup. Not sure that was a goaltend. Not sure that was a goaltend. Spoelstra wants to challenge it, but the refs are not allowing him to. Said they didn't get it in time. I like that change in the officiating this year. Last year it was a little ridiculous where the refs would hold on to the ball before giving it to the player to inbound it to give the team enough time to decide whether or not they wanted the challenge, and that's just ridiculous. Like, either you want to challenge it or not. Don't wait to look at the replay to see if you're definitely going to challenge it so that you know you're going to win. Like, if you think you're going to win it, go ahead and use the challenge. 52-45. Powell has it on the right wing, being guarded by Kolek. Jab step coming to his left, leans in, they kick it out, they swing it over. Wiggins, a left corner three wide open, and he rattles it in. Bad rotation from Josh Hart, who closed out onto Jaquez instead of switching over to Wiggins. Brunson is back in the game, and the Knicks find themselves back down by 10. Josh Hart up top, coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Spins back to his right, swings it up top to Bridges. Bridges coming to his left off the Brunson screen. They swing it over to Josh Hart, now over to Kolek. Kolek being guarded by Powell, swings through to his left, loses the ball. Almost goes out of bounds. No, stays in bounds. So Brunson puts up the corner three, and he splashes it. Some serendipity for the Knicks. It looks like that should have been out of bounds, but it finds its way into the hands of Jalen Brunson, who knocks down the three. Jaquez crossing over to his left in the lane. Fall away jumper. Hits off the front of the rim, rolls off, can't get it to go, but then Kel'el Ware knocks the rebound to himself and then dunks it down over Robinson, giving Robinson a taste of his own medicine, tipping that offensive board to himself. Bridges swings it over to Brunson. Brunson on the right wing, being guarded by Mitchell, leans in, steps back, gets caught in the air, over to Josh Hart, back to Brunson, puts up the floater, got it to go. Beautiful, beautiful playmaking there between the three Nova boys, and now here comes Mitchell bringing it down the other way, looking for an answer. It's a 7-point game, 57-50. 4:40 to go here in this second quarter. They swing it up top to Kel'el Ware, who puts up the straightaway three over Robinson. Comes up short. Josh Hart with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Josh Hart over to Kolek. Extra pass to Bridges. Left wing three from McHale, who's feeling it tonight, and he knocks it down. He is indeed feeling it tonight. You'll love to see it. Love to see it. 4-point game. 4:20 to go. Got to restart the timer, but we're on it. Just Dad said they have 2 fouls total. We have 8. It'll probably even itself out as the game goes on. I don't think it's been an egregiously officiated game so far. I think it's been fine. And there's an offensive foul on Kel'el Ware. There's another foul. Tyler Kolek getting over, as Clyde Frazier would say, getting over the screen with gusto. Drawing the foul on Kel'el Ware there in the moving screen off ball. So the Knicks will bring it down here. Why did I stop the timer? We got to keep it moving. We're behind. Tyler Kolek has it up top. Being guarded by Wiggins. Coming to his left off a Robinson screen. They kick it out to Brunson. Brunson puts up the straightaway three. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Good box out and rebound from Kel'el Ware there. Here comes Mitchell bringing it down. Mitchell on the right wing. Crosses over to his left. Stop. Leans in. Kolek. Good defense. They swing it out. Josh Hart with the steal. Good defense from Kolek. Good defense from Josh Hart. Josh Hart swings it. Bridges. Same spot. Same result for Mikal Bridges. 2 in a row. And the Knicks find themselves back within one. 57-56. 3:40 to go. Wiggins bringing it down. And a timeout from Miami, baby. Timeout from Miami. And it's a 1-point game. We're back into it. Aim and Bachua. Let's go. Let's go. Moving and grooving. Matt said, Kolek is a great PG. Brunson is a scoring. GD? I mean, sure. I think they're both point guards. One of them's a more scoring point guard, and one's a more pass-first point guard. And when they play together, they make great music. I like to see them play together more. I like, we talked about it. I want to see Tyler Kolek as a permanent part of this rotation, man. Oda said, good start for Bridges. Fantastic start for Bridges. Fantastic start. I might even take it a step further, Oda. I might even take it a step further and say fantastic start for Mikal Bridges, who's now up to 18 points. I might even take it a step further beyond that and say maybe the best start he's had so far this year. I mean, this is incredible. 18 points in the first half for Mikal Bridges. He's 7 for 9 from the field. 2 rebounds, 2 assists. It might be, someone called it earlier, it might be the Mikal Bridges game, right? I mean, Jalen Brunson, not too shabby himself, 19. Also, he's scored one more point than Mikal Bridges. He's also himself 7 for 11 from the field, 1 board, 3 assists. Josh Hart with 5, 5, and 3. A very Josh Hartian stat line so far tonight. Robinson with just 2 and 2. Kolek with 4, 2 and 2. Pretty good games from everybody all around. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? That's the Bridges we gave 5 picks for. Brother, we got to move on from the 5 picks, big dog. Big dog. It's been over a year. It's been over a year. It's been a year and a half now. Just that to I didn't call it the Mikal Bridges, the Mikal game, did I? It might be. It might be. He is firing away with confidence right now. He's got the touch. He's got the touch. $3:42 to go. So we're going to run our timer down and sing it up right away. Al Machinery said TK had a bad game versus Philadelphia. He did. He did. Listen, he's still a second-year guy, still learning his way. He's going to have bad games like that. I don't think it was particularly a good matchup either with how good the perimeter defense is that Philly was able to put out there between Edgecombe and Maxey and Paul George. They had a really good ability to match up Tyler Kolek and stay in front of him and keep him out of the paint and apply a ton of pressure to him. So it's the first time he's experienced that so far in his NBA career. I think he's kind of sneaking his way onto scattering reports at this point. Lana Mona said, we have not led yet. Let's go Knicks. Absolutely. Absolutely. Miami made the first shot of the game, and they've led ever since. D-Ras. What's up, D-Ras? Let Cat rest. Antonio Hutcherson said, where's Cat? Cat not having a good night tonight. Not having a very good night tonight. Expect a better second half from Karl Anthony Towns. Not worried about it. Freddie Hubbard Music. What's up, Fred? Fred said, I see improved Tyler's defense. Tyler's defense has been pretty damn good since actually becoming a part of the rotation with all the injuries. Ware has it up top, hands it off to Jaquez. They try to get it over to Powell. Bridges knocks it out of the air, but Powell has it. Straightaway 3 over Bridges. Airballs it, but Ware right there flips it up, can't get it to go. Robinson then secures the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Ware has been fantastic on the offensive glass. All around, he's been pretty fantastic. But Brunson comes to his right at the Robinson screen. Step back. 3 over Mitchell. Not a great shot. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. And Ware knocks it away from Robinson. Here comes Mitchell, bringing it down. They get over to Wiggins. Through the hands of Wiggins, back to the Knicks. All right. Mijares? Diane Carlos? Can I call you Carlos? What's up, Carlos? May I know what the stat of Jordan Clarkson right now? Is Clarkson in the game? He's not in the game. I'm going to have to go to the box score. I'll let you know right now, big dog. Let me go up here. Bring up the box score in the other tab. We should probably have that open anyway. I'll let you know in 1 second. Tyler Kolek has it up top. stopping, turning, coming to his right, being guarded by Powell. They get it over to Brunson, being guarded by Mitchell. Brunson coming to his left, spins to his right, in the lane, follow-away jumper in the paint. Got it to go. JB with 21 first half points so far. And the Knicks take their first lead of the game. Swing it over to Ware. Ware hands it off to Powell, coming to his right against Robinson. Scoop layup with the right hand, smokes it. Robinson with the rebound. Here comes Brunson. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Brunson, cross-court pass, Bridges, left wing three. Knock me down, I'll go crazy. Comes up short. All right. Okay. Powell hit ahead Mitchell. Now over to Adebayo. Now back to Mitchell. Up top to Powell. Puts up the straightaway three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Good boxing out from the Knicks. Josh Hart skies for the rebound. Josh Hart bringing it down the other way. Putting his head down, attacking. Coming to his left in the paint. Pump fake spins. No travel call. He definitely slid that pivot foot. Kolek gets it back to Josh Hart. And now up top to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off a Bridges screen. Bam switched on to Brunson. Brunson dancing with it. Coming to his left. Down the lane. And a foul is called. And they wave it off. Foul on the floor and Bam Adebayo as Brunson was driving down against him. Nixon said, finally got the lead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me take a look at Tyler Kolek's stats for you, big dog. Not Tyler Kolek. Jordan Clarkson, who has 5 points tonight. He's 2 for 3 from the field. 1 for 2 from three-point range. He knocked down a 3. No rebounds and only 1 assist so far. Solid stint for Jordan Clarkson when he got in the game. Solid stint. Under 2 to go here in the second quarter. Knicks holding on to a 1-point lead, and they get it into Kolek. Now back to Brunson. And it looks like Miami's in a 2-3 zone here. Back to Brunson, right wing 3 for him. He's got enough space, and he knocks it down. I don't know if the zone is what you want to go to right now, Spo. I don't know. Not when Jalen Brunson's cooking like this. Wiggins has it up top, dancing with it against Josh Hart. Swings it up top to Mitchell. They swing it over to Powell. Powell on the left wing, being guarded by Kolek, coming to his left off the Ware screen, driving, attacking Mitchell Robinson along the baseline, goes up reverse layup, misses yet another one, but Khalil Ware, yet again, attacking that offensive glass, gets the two-handed putback as Robinson was the guy having to defend Powell going to the rim, left Khalil Ware unattended going to the basket. Brunson driving it down in the lane, kicks it out, Anunoby, left corner 3, can you give me something? No, he cannot as he comes up short. Wiggins with the rebound, he's bringing it down the other way. Wiggins has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. They swing it over to Mitchell. Mitchell being guarded by Brunson. Dancing with it. Coming to his left, off the Bam Adebayo screen. They swing it out to Wiggins. Pump fakes, attacking Kolek. Stops, turns, spins. Coming to his right, in the paint. Loses it, picks it back up. They kick it out. Mitchell lines it up over Brunson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul on Tyler Kolek, trying to keep Wiggins off the glass. And it's going to stay here with Miami. David, what's up, David? OG and Towns hurting the cause tonight. Will Coach go to the bench? I mean, he's been to the bench. Tyler Kolek's played a pretty long stint here in the second quarter. Clarkson played a decent stint in that first quarter. He's gone to Mo Diawara. He's going to the bench. We'll see how much OG Anunoby plays today. He may need a game off. He may just need a game or 2 off, right? And with Christmas coming up, you're going down to Minnesota. You got some tough games coming up. You have to go to Minnesota, then you have to fly back to New York for the Christmas Day game, and that's an early game, so. Miami's in the bonus, so Wiggins is at the foul line for 2, and he misses a free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws, and you know what? Ball don't lie. Namar said, what is Tyler Kolek's status? Like, what's his stats? Tyler Kolek is 4 points, 2 boards, 3 assists. He's 2 for 3 from the field. Pretty solid. Wiggins does knock down the second free throw, at least for his team, bringing it back to a 1-point game, 61-60. 40 seconds to go here in the second. Brunson up top, coming to his left off a high Robinson screen, driving it down in the lane, kicks it out to Anunoby. Anunoby going to the basket, picks up his handle. They kick it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top, driving to his left, stops, pops, mid-range jumper, comes up short. Robinson the offensive rebound, and gets fouled on the ground. The Knicks are not in the bonus, I believe, so it should be sat out of bounds for the Knicks. Gigi said, JB better do his thing today since he took it upon himself and sabotaged the last 5 minutes of the Philly game. Nobody could knock down any shots in the Philly game, Chi. Jalen Brunson did not sabotage the Philly game. Matter of fact, Jalen Brunson was really one of the only guys who had anything going that night. Judge Dad said refs are a buzzkill. A little bit, but, you know. Robinson, the Knicks are in the bonus, actually. So Robinson, unless they say it was in the act of shooting, because I don't see the bonus symbol by the Knicks there. But either way, Robinson at the foul line for 2, and he knocks down yet another free throw. How many of that is in a row? How many? Is that 7 in a row now? And they pan the camera over to my guy, Peter Patton, the Knicks shooting coach. You love it. Things you love to see, man. Things you love to see. Freddie said Mitchell Robinson is our best free throw shooter. Absolutely. He is on a heater right now from the foul line. And he knocks down 2 in a row again. I'm going to lose my mind, Mitch. I'm going to lose my mind, big dog. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We are back. We're so back. We're so back with Big Mitch knocking down free throws yet again. Hawkins has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Dancing with it. Coming to his left. Spins to his right. They show a double. Too late. Hawkins to the basket. Knocks down the little flip layup over Josh Hart. Hawkins has been fantastic tonight. Back to a 1-point game. Brunson bringing it down with under 10 to go. Brunson up top being guarded by Mitchell. Hawkins switches onto him. Brunson's going to dance. Crosses over to his right. Step back. Right wing three. Oh my goodness, all over. It didn't matter, baby. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good defense you play against Jalen Brunson. I'm just going to make it. All over me. I'm going to hit the step back three over the 6'7", 6'8" Jaime Hawkins anyway. I'm going to step back and knock it down anyway. My goodness. Jalen Brunson. Line me up. Amy said, let's go, Mitch. I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the Mitch love. Knocking down free throws, snagging rebounds, playing good defense. Jason said, big body, knocked down. All right. Matt said, Kolek is the point guard, JB is the shooting guard? I mean, they're both just guards, brother. This is 2025 basketball. There is no real designation anymore. They're both point guards playing together, big dog. That is 2025 basketball. Here we go. Let's do it. Actually, we can go over here. Let's do it. Box score watch already. Karl-Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby tossing up 2 goose eggs so far here tonight. My goodness, you can't have that from both of your guys. This is your second and third best player on the team. Where are you guys? Where are you? Jalen Brunson had 27 first half points. My goodness, Miami just loves getting cooked by the Knicks stars. Karl-Anthony Towns had that game earlier in the year where he had 31 first half points. Jalen Brunson, he said, hold on, big dog. Anything you can do, I can do better. Now, he didn't do it better. 27 first half points for Jalen Brunson. 5 for 8 from three-point line already. 10 for 15 from the field. He is on one here tonight. Bridges also on one here tonight. 7 for 10 from the field. 4 for 5 from three-point range. Between the two guys, they've hit 9 threes. How many threes did they hit in the Philly game? As a matter of fact, I want to look that up. Because so far in that first half, between Brunson and Bridges by themselves, they've already hit 7 threes. No, 9 threes. I'm sorry. They've already hit 9 threes. I'm pretty sure they only knocked down 7 or 8 threes in this Philly game. As a team, they were 8 for 32 from three-point range. So that's how poorly they shot it in that game. Already they've hit 2 players, Bridges and Brunson, have already hit more threes in that first half of basketball than they hit in the entirety of the Philly game. Can I show you the explanation of why they lost the Philly game? My goodness. Now, with an explosion like this from 2 guys, how are you only up 4 points? Because with these 2 guys, phenomenal first halves between Brunson and Bridges. I'm on the floor with how phenomenal these first halves are. My goodness, OG Anunoby and Karl-Anthony Towns have been equally as bad on the complete other side of the spectrum. Karl-Anthony Towns is 0 for 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, played 13 minutes, has picked up 2 fouls, has not been very good at all. OG Anunoby has been pretty much invisible so far tonight. 0 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Again, he may need a night off. Something is up with OG Anunoby. Give him a night off against Minnesota. Come in healthy on Christmas Day against Cleveland. Let's hoop. My goodness, OG. This is the worst we've seen OG play ever wearing a Knicks uniform. Not a good look. Josh Hart doing Josh Hart things. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists in the first half. This is what I expect from Big Josh, right? So nothing that stands out too much. He also hit a 3, which is always lovely to see. So again, between the starting lineup, they've hit 10 threes tonight. They hit 8 all of the Philly game. Part of the reason why they lost the Philly game. They couldn't hit anything. Tonight, hitting a lot. They're hitting a lot. Just that said, expect Cat to be dunking this half. I expect him to have a much better second half. It's hard to have equally as bad or even a worse second half for Karl-Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby, we just saw him coming off a horrific game against Philly. Seems to be on pace for another horrific game. With Karl-Anthony Towns being an all-NBA performer and an all-star level player, I expect him to have a bounce back. OG, I have a little less faith on, considering we're coming off that Philly game. So, just that said, OG with the triple single with an over in there. Yeah, only 1 rebound, 1 assist, 2 turnovers for OG too. I mean, the 2 turnovers for both of these guys. I mean, if you're not going to play well, the least you could do is take care of the basketball. 2 turnovers for both of them is not a good look. Not a good look. Rose Pierre said, very solid bench. Is a great backup. Bench has been solid. Yet again, let's get to the Knicks bench. 3 points from Odiawara. He came in, 4 minutes, knocked down a 3, 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 from three-point range. I mean, he's active. Didn't grab a rebound, didn't grab an assist, but also didn't turn the ball over, which to me is super important. Mitchell Robinson, 4 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, a block, doing Mitchell Robinson things out there. He's a plus 10. I don't like the plus-minus stats, but he was a plus 10. Jordan Clarkson, 5 points, was solid, came in, put the ball in the basket. This is what we asked him to do. Cool. Tyler Kolek, fantastic minutes for him, 12 points. 12 minutes. Played only 1 less minute than Mitchell Robinson. Our 7th man off the bench. I can't wait for Deuce and Shaman to come back because I need Tyler Kolek to be a part of the rotation, even if that might be at the expense of Jordan Clarkson. But we'll see. 4 points for Tyler Kolek, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Super impactful off the bench, as always. Also, want to give a quick shout-out to Tyler Kolek's defense because we could always talk glowingly about his offense because his offense is the thing that right there, right in his face. But Tyler Kolek's defense continuously goes underrated because he's a small point guard, doesn't have the quickest feet. He's a white guy, so we're always going to just say, oh, yeah, Tyler Kolek, bad on defense. Like, no, he's actually good. He's actually decent. Does a really good job of staying in front of guys. Fights for positioning. Talks, communicates, rotates well. All of the things, right? So, shout out Tyler Kolek. Just that said, Diawara trade stock will get you 3 in 3 minutes. I think they just really like Mo Diawara. I mean, he is now officially ahead of Gershon Yabusele in the rotation. Like, that's a thing. That's a thing. Chris said, Knicks are not mentally tough. What happened to them? They literally are just coming off the in-season championship in a game. They were down 10 points majority of the game against the San Antonio Spurs. Brother, what? Where have you been, big dog? Where have you been? Just that said, Kolek and JB bound. I'm loving the backcourt of Brunson and Kolek. I love the backcourt of Brunson with another guard, another ball handler, because oftentimes Brunson is out there with no other ball handlers. If you can give me somebody who can handle the ball and I don't have to do all of the ball handling, I will gladly give the ball up, right? When Brunson plays alongside McBride, lineup is fantastic. When Brunson has been playing alongside Kolek, the lineups have been fantastic. We need to see more of that. That needs to be a go-to rotation. I know it makes you small, so you're not going to be able to go to it against every lineup. But again, we know McBride's a good defender. We are finding out that Tyler Kolek's not a bad defender. Again, those guys are going to be picked on, but they're holding their own for the most part, right? Joel Palin, what's up, Joel? Good job, bro. I like your channel. Appreciate you, Joel. Appreciate you. Hope you guys are having a good time tonight. I know I am. David M said, peace to Yabu. Yeah, he might be up and out of his way. He might be up and out of here. Pretty soon. I mean, look, trade deadline is in February, so don't expect an incoming trade anytime soon for Yabu, but the time is ticking for sure. Massive Kolek is a smart player. He's a smart player. Let's take a look at Miami and what they're doing. Andrew Wiggins, 7 points for him, 2 for 3 from three-point range. Hold on. Before we get to Miami's box scores now, let's look at the team stats real quick and then pick apart how Miami is getting there. 49 field goal attempts for Miami to 46 for the Knicks, so Miami winning the possession game so far. Both teams have taken 21 threes. The Knicks have made 3 more, 12 for them, 9 for Miami. Free throw shooting. This is a little bit of the difference here. 4 made free throws, 4 for 4 from the foul line for the Knicks, 7 for 10 from the foul line for Miami. They've taken 6 more. They've had 3 more trips to the foul line. Not what you want to see. Rebounding. They are out-rebounding the Knicks by 5 here. 23-18. This is not a good offensive rebounding team. This is a decent defensive rebounding team, and so the Knicks should be able to dominate the boards, but hasn't so far. And I think part of the reason as well is Karl-Anthony Towns' futility so far tonight. Robinson was fine, but Khalil Ware has it in him right now. He's really attacking the offensive glass, and the Knicks aren't doing a good job as a team to go around and collectively box out. Nixon said we need more rebounds, especially offensive. We can look here. The Knicks only have 1 offensive rebound, so Miami's doing a phenomenal job of keeping them off the glass. That is obviously a part of every game plan against the Knicks, right? It is obviously against the game plan from the Knicks to keep them off the glass, especially after the showcase against San Antonio. Every team is like, okay, we know we have to keep the Knicks off the glass, but now we really have to keep them off the glass, especially with the way Mitchell Robinson has been playing as of late. 15 assists for each team, so that's tied. 2 steals to 3 steals, about tied, 1-1. With the blocks, 6-5 in terms of turnovers. So all of this is chalk right now. Points in the paint, 26-22, so about even. Fast break points are 11-7, so about even. The Knicks have 9 more fouls, or 9 fouls to 5 fouls. They have 4 more fouls than Miami. A little bit of a difference there. Maybe the whistles will even out as the game goes on. Matt said, who is your favorite player? My favorite player is Mitchell Robinson. I just love a big man who could just move other big human beings out of the paint by just being bigger and stronger and better than them. I know Mitch's limitations, but that don't mean I don't love to see him just snag an offensive rebound he has no business snagging and throwing down a two-handed slam. I love it. I love it. Just that said, how can the captain and MVP not be your fave? It's too easy. It's too easy. I'm never going to like the best player on the team. Almost never. The only time that's the case is like when Shaq was in the league. I love Shaq because, again, I just described the play style I like. Right now, it's probably Giannis. With Giannis being injured, I'm just going to throw him to the side a little bit. I do love Cade, right? I do love Cade and his play style and whatnot. I think he's great. I've been rooting for him since high school, so love to see him turn into a superstar in the NBA. But it's just too easy. It's just too easy. Like if I gave you my top 5, it's none of the starters. Like my favorite players are Mitchell Robinson. It's Deuce McBride. It's Mo Diawara. Like I'm rooting for the underdog. I'm rooting for the guys. Like it's easy. I could tell you, yeah, my favorite players are Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart. Like duh, they're the 5 best players on the team. That's why they're in the starting lineup. But Matt, Johnny O'Brien, Mr. White Folks, Matt Fusco with the channel membership. Appreciate you, Matt. Thank you for hanging out with us. Such generosity from you, big dog. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Moran said Derek Queen. I do like Derek Queen. I do like Jokic. Very fun players to watch, obviously. Very smart basketball players. They move the ball around very well. Very entertaining play styles. It's just, it's very easy to say that the main guys, like I could easily tell you, Jalen Brunson, yeah, he's my favorite player on the team. He's the best player on the team. I love him. I love watching him. I love that he's on the team. Come on. I'm gonna find a different avenue and find another guy to hype up, right? And I love the hopium. I love rooting for the development of younger guys. I'm rooting for their success. I'm still hoping Dadier figures something out. Diawara's obviously jumping over him in the rotation in the development path. I love Tyler Kolek. As a young guy finding his way now, finally getting minutes. Like, yes, thank you, finally. There were times last year we talked about all season last year. It was like, Tibbs, you need to experiment here. Get Tyler Kolek out there. Try new things. And he never did. Part of the reason why he's not around anymore. But, having the young guys out there is my favorite thing. You can go to my YouTube Shorts page, and I think the most viewed one is me hyping up Pacom Dadier in the preseason last year against Charlotte. We had like 16 first-half points or something like that, right? So I'm always going to root for the younger guys. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? What do you think if we trade for Cedric Bey from the Pelicans? Sadiq Bey? I love Sadiq Bey. I've always loved Sadiq Bey. Villanova guy. I was hoping in that draft class that the Knicks would take Sadiq Bey. He ended up on the Pistons. He was injured last year. Has been back. Looks good. Looks really good. Finding his way with the Pelicans. I just don't see how the Knicks are going to be able to attain him. It seems like his value is on the way up for a Pelicans team that's starting to turn some things around, by the way. Kenta, what's up, Kenta? Hey, hope Trey Jemison get more minutes. Trey Jemison's good. The issue is he's a two-way guy, and he's the 4th big man on the roster. He's the 4th big man on the roster. You have Towns, then you have Robinson, and then you have Hug Porty, and then you have Trey Jemison. I like Trey Jemison, but there's only so many minutes to go around. He's not going to jump the other 2 guys in the rotation. Matt said, what is wrong with Huck? He should play more. Similar situation with Jemison. Like, there's just only so many minutes to go around. You have Towns, and you have Robinson. You don't really need a third big in the rotation unless he's providing you something that the other two aren't. You have the offensive Towns, and then you have the defense and rebounding of Robinson. What does Huck Porty provide that those two guys don't? So when guys are injured, if Robinson's not playing because you're in a back-to-back situation, or hopefully he doesn't get hurt, knock on all wood, then you have Huck. But he hasn't shown anything outside of just being a solid workhorse big man, rim-running big man. You got Towns, you got Robinson. Hard to find minutes for a third center. It just is for a limited third center, right? It's not like he's stepping out and hitting threes. It's not like he's, awesome out of the short roll. He's solid out of the short roll, but again, when he's gotten minutes and he's gotten playing time, he's been good. I like Herro Porty. I'm rooting for his success. He might be the backup plan if things don't go well with the Knicks in the offseason with Mitchell Robinson, considering he's a free agent. So he's going to be important for this team. I don't think they're going to trade him because they might need a backup plan for Robinson if he don't come back. But that's offseason. That's offseason discussion. We don't have to get into that now. Ken Todd said, he's a fourth big man. He's two-way. Yeah, he's a two-way player too, so he plays. He has a two-way contract, so he plays for the, Knicks G League team as well. Here we go. We're starting the third quarter. We didn't go around the league the way I normally like to. Real quick. We can do it. 50-41. Nets leading the Raptors. Better find a way to pull that one out. We know our Knicks Heat getting ready to start the third here. Spurs Wizards just tipped off. Got Bucks Timberwolves. Play the Timberwolves in 2 days. They just had a big win against Oklahoma City. They are down to the Bucks 15-8 early in that one. And then the Bulls beat the Hawks tonight. Hawks now at a 500 team, hovering around the Chicago Bulls are. Now you want to see if you're an Atlanta fan. Thankfully, I am not. Matt said, play defense, move the ball, we win. The recipe for success, that's for sure. Going to need Towns and Anunoby to give you something. You need to continue to have good games between Bridges and Brunson, and you need the bench to continue to do what they do. Just Dead said, a huge win. Great call on the OKC versus Wolves game, Chef. Appreciate you, Just Dead. Appreciate you. It was a good game. I think technically that is our most successful stream so far we've ever had. I think we peaked at over 800 concurrent viewers. We averaged around, I think, 400. And then in total, we had like 11,000 total views on the stream. So Knicks fans are slacking because now our non-Knicks games are becoming bigger than our Knicks games. Freddie, what's up, Freddie? Yvette, what's up, Yvette? Here we go. Start of the third. Get our timer going. Davion Mitchell bringing it down. Hands it off to Wiggins. Coming to his right off the Ware screen. Spinning back to his left off the screen. Pocket pass to Ware. Towns, good defense. Picks up the steal. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Leaves it off for Brunson. Pump fakes. Jab step. Ooh, blows right past Mitchell. Beautiful move, but comes up short on the floater. Here comes Kel'el Ware bringing it down. Up top to Adebayo. Swings it over to Wiggins. Coming to his right. Off the Bam screen. In the paint. Kicks it out to Powell. Swing through to his left, puts up the floater, and his floater goes down. Good move from Powell. Why is the timer not going? Go, timer, go. Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Ware. Knicks up by 2 here. Josh Hart coming to his left. Up top to Brunson, being guarded by Mitchell. Brunson going to run the pick and roll with Towns here. Coming to his right. Leaves it off for Towns. Pump fakes. Driving it down. Takes a little bump. Puts up the floater. And Karl-Anthony Towns gets his first shot of the game. Miami will bring it down now, looking for a response. Mitchell has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. They swing it over to Adebayo. Left corner, puts up the 3 over Anunoby. Too short, can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound. Bringing it down the other way. Josh Hart leaves it off for Anunoby. Anunoby throws the pass to nobody. OG has been terrible. Bad decision-making. The shot not going down. My goodness. Powell dancing with it, puts up the floater over Josh Hart, gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Powell on attack mode to start the second half here. Just that said, OG looks terrible. He might need a night off, man. He might just need a night off. And I'd want to give him a night off. going into the Christmas Day game. I'd rather him be ready to go for the Christmas Day game than the Minnesota game. Towns got a bucket to start the second half. You need Anunoby to get one to sort of get back into the game feel of like, okay, I scored. Get the monkey off your back. Get your first points of the game. Powell knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Got 10:30 to go here. Goomba, what's up, Goomba? Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Powell knocks down both of his free throws. Brunson bringing it down against Mitchell. Coming to his left. Picks up his handle. Gets it over to Towns. Towns up top being guarded by Adebayo. Knicks holding on to this 2-point lead, 68-66. Towns up top to Josh Hart. A wild pass. Josh Hart goes back to recover it. Being guarded by Ware. Coming to his left. A straightaway three for Josh Hart. Knock me down, Josh Hart. My goodness, Josh. I love that he's actually taking and making threes this year. Very frustrating to watch him be as hesitant as he was last year. Mitchell has it up top, attacking Brunson to his left. Goes to the basket, gets blocked by OG Anunoby. There you go, OG. The offense has not been there, but we know the defense can be. Josh Hart down the lane, shoves it over to OG, and there you go, a block to a two-handed slam as the trailer. Josh Hart, way to feed the big man. Mohamed Sahid Karoma. What's up, Mohamed? Anunoby, another block. Here comes Brunson bringing him down the other way. Now Anunoby putting his fingerprints on this game, starting with the defense. Brunson, half spin, in the lane, throws up the floater, got it to go, and the Knicks are moving and grooving right now. 9-point lead for the Knicks. This is why I tell you guys sometimes to calm down in that first quarter. It's a long basketball game. Let's watch it play out. Unless it's a complete disaster of a first quarter, you got to hold off on the criticisms to start. Anunoby, back-to-back defensive plays. Now, Dimitri said, OG's angry. He should be angry. Maybe he said, shut up, Sheffy, I don't need the night off. I just need to lock back in. Way to lock back in, OG. We need you. Tay Cowboy said, OG waking up the beast. Yeah, he's waking up. And we need him. We need him to wake up, finally. Kenta said, moving and grooving like Clyde says. Yeah, absolutely, he's moving and grooving. The Knicks are moving and grooving. The Knicks are. They're now up by 9. King Free said, show some love and hit the thumbs up button for the win. Appreciate you, King Free. If you're enjoying the show so far, hit the thumbs up button, leave a like. It is by far the best way you can show support to the channel. Show support to the community, y'all. Appreciate you. Matt said, you need to keep everyone in the game ready to score by passing the ball. Absolutely. Knicks do a pretty good job of making sure everybody touches the ball. My biggest pet peeve, Matt, in an NBA basketball game are no pass possessions. And they happen a lot. Amount of basketball. No pass possessions drive me crazy. I don't care who's taking the shot. It could be Jokic, it could be SGA, it could be Brunson. I don't care who's taking the shot. I don't care how good at basketball you are. A no-pass half-court possession drives me up a wall. Conscious, what's up, Conscious? OG should play center when he's having bad shooting nights. Not the worst idea. It's all matchup dependent, right? You can go small ball with OG at center as long as the other guy on the other end isn't a giant player who can, because at that point the Knicks are going small and then you're on the court without any real rebounders. Like Josh Hart at that point is your only real rebounder out there. So if the Knicks had like a better rebounding wings between Anunoby and Bridges, like they're good, but they're not great. Gil Martinez, what's up, Gil? Appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you're having a good time tonight. If the Knicks had better overall rebounders on the team outside of Josh Hart on the wings, outside of the big men, then OG Anunoby at center would be a little bit more of a viable option. Just that said, Christmas means corny car commercials. True. Al Machinery said, Mark L is here watching Sheffy from Mexico. What's up, Mark L? Kenta said, OG guarded Embiid in the playoffs 2 years ago. He did, for a small stretch. He did. That was a small stretch. He also had Karl-Anthony Towns in the game at the time. So I'm not worried about the defense. I know the defense is going to be fine with Anunoby at center, or good enough. The issue is the rebounding. Because Anunoby's not a good rebounder. He's fine, but he's not a good rebounder. Bridges is not a good rebounder. Brunson's small. And then you have Josh Hart, who would end up being the de facto best rebounder on the court at that time. So I'm more worried about the rebounding. All right, here we go. We're back into it. Mitchell has it up top. Coming to his right. They swing it in the corner. Back up top to Mitchell. Mitchell being guarded by Brunson. Crosses over to his left. Step back. Hesitates. Kicks it out to Powell. Powell, a straightaway three over Bridges. Knock it down. Norman Powell. Big time shot coming out of the timeout. A deep straightaway three over Bridges got it to go. Anunoby has it up top. Stephen Smith said if you scroll down, see the Knicks playing 5, how sweet would that be? I would, brother, but then you can't see the game cast. Anunoby spins and knocks down a foul line jumper. Yes, sir, OG. Yes, sir. Knicks up by 8. Mitchell up top, dance with it against Brunson. In and out dribble, coming to his right, leans in, throws up the floater over him. Got it to go. Tough move from Davion Mitchell. Going right through Brunson's chest. Hit ahead to Josh Hart. Josh Hart on the left wing being guarded by Ware. Crossing over to his right. Has it up top. They swing it over to Anunoby. Anunoby catches it. Step back. Pump fake. Leans in. Kicks it over to Brunson. Brunson. Jab step. Coming to his right. Hesitates. Dancing with it. Pulls it all the way back out. Josh Hart cuts through. Brunson calling for a screen. Bridges comes over. Coming to his right up the Bridges screen. 1-on-1 against Powell. Pull up 3 over him with the shot clock winding down. Too long. Can't get it to go. Towns saves the rebound out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bullet pass up top to Bridges. Couldn't handle the pass, but he's able to secure it now. He has it up top being guarded by Powell now on a reset. Spinning to his right, coming off the Town screen to get it over to Brunson in the right corner. Pump fake and draws the foul on Davion Mitchell after the pump fake. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Second opportunity created by Karl-Anthony Towns. Team waking up now. Everybody getting in on the action. Is that a 2-point shot or a 3-point shot, though? Stephen Smith said, but you're standing in front of it? True. True. If I can move my big self up out of the way, it'd be a lot easier for you to see. Brunson knocks down the first one. Are they only going to give him 2 or 3? It did not signify there. Anunoby with 7. Towns with 2. Anunoby's up to 7. 7 third quarter points already for OG. 8 for Josh Hart after knocking down that 3. 18 for Bridges. Brunson already up to 31 now. Brunson knocks down both free throws. They only give him 2. Under 8 to go. Davion Mitchell bringing it down. Attacking to his right. Stops. Steps back. Swings it over to Powell. Powell crossing over to his left. A straightaway 3 over Bridges. In and out and in again for Norman Powell. Rattled that one in. Norman Powell waking up here. Keeping his team hanging around in the game. Brunson up top. Coming to his right off a double screen from Hart and Towns. Steps back. Swings it over to Anunoby. Anunoby throws it up over Wiggins. OG Anunoby is waking up. He is waking up, y'all. Yes, sir. Back up by 8, the Knicks go. 82 to 74. Wiggins up top, in and out dribble coming to his right. They get it over to Mitchell, back to Wiggins. Wiggins swings it over to Powell. Powell being guarded by Brunson. Swings through to his right, down the lane against Anunoby. Scoop layup, can't get it to go, but they do draw the foul on OG Anunoby, sending Powell to the foul line for 2. Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? Hate the heat. Let's go, Knicks. Not fond of the heat as well. I'm also not fond of the heat. George Jones said, OG waking up. They're waking the demon up. Judge Dad said, Norman Powell is the name of my account. Crazy. Crazy. Powell at the foul line. Knocked down the first one. He's got another one coming. Powell gets 2 for 2 from the foul line for Powell. Gets both of them to go. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Mitchell. Coming to his right. Off of the double screen. Stops. Kicks it over to Towns. Straight away. Hesitates as Bam closes the airspace. Fakes the hand off the Bridges. Looking for a pass. Doesn't have it. He's going to look to attack 1-on-1 to the basket. Goes up. Layup. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo saying, he hooked me. And he's absolutely right. Karl-Anthony Towns gets away with one there. Moran said he is a serious rival. But F. Embiid, for sure. On the replay there, it didn't necessarily look like a foul on Towns the way it did in actual play. David said, Sonny Lee must have showed up at halftime. She must have gave him a call. She must have been like, what have you been doing? What are you doing? Towns misses the first free throw. Come on, Towns. Come on, B-Dog. Come on. He misses 2 in a row. Towns, brother, big dog, homie, my friend, my man. What are you doing? Wiggins has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Swings through to his right. Down the lane, goes up against Josh Hart. Smokes the layup. No foul call. Powell, baseline after picking up the loose ball. Towns comes flying in for the rebound. Now Towns getting more active. Anunoby also getting more active. Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it up top. Hands it off to Towns. Towns coming to his right, being guarded by Kalowair. They show 2 defenders. Driving it down. Stops. Turns. Kicks out to Josh Hart. They swing it over to Anunoby. Pump fakes. Swings through to his left. Against the defense. Throws up a floater. Can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound. Knocked out of his hands. Here comes Miami bringing it down the other way. Davion Mitchell shot out of a cannon to the basket over Josh Hart. Can't get it to go. Bridges knocks the rebound loose. Kalowair picks it up and then gets fouled by Brunson. Foul on the floor, though. Foul on the floor. Joseph said, Cat hot on the board on the rebounds tonight, for sure. For sure. Towns, I mean, not really. 4 rebounds. Feel like he's had more so far here in this third quarter, but he's been active. He's been active on the boards, keeping possessions alive. 82-76. And Davion Mitchell has it up top after a side out of bounds for Miami. Powell on the left wing being guarded by Bridges, coming to his left, putting his head down, attacking all the way to the basket, and gets the layup to go. Towns did not want to leave the body of Kalowair there to help contest and protect the rim. Brunson bringing it down. On the right wing, being guarded by Mitchell. Wiggins switches onto him. Brunson coming to his left off a Town screen. In the paint, stops, hesitates, throws up the floater. Got it to go. JB. 33 points now for Jalen Brunson. Or 34? 33, I think. I'm going to go with 33 for now. We'll check it in a second. Jaquez is back in the game, has it on the left wing. They show 2. They swing it around. They run Powell off the line. Shovels it inside. And Kalowair with the 2-handed slam. It looked like the Knicks tried to utilize a foul there. 84-80. 5:30 to go. Brunson on the left wing. Being guarded by Mitchell. They show 2. They lob it over the top of Bridges. Along the baseline. Kicks it out. Anunoby. Right corner. Another one. Another one for OG Anunoby, who's finally waking up here in the second half. And boy, oh boy, did we need it. Boy, oh boy, did we need it. Knicks back up by 7, 87-80. Jaquez on the right wing, up top to Mitchell. They swing it over to Ware. Ware puts up the 3 over Towns, and he knocks it down. Kalowair is having himself a heck of a night as well. My goodness, his third 3 of the game. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell. Jaquez switches onto him now. They want to get it to Anunoby, being guarded by Mitchell. He's got the size and strength advantage. Faces up, coming to his left, spins back to his right. Good defense from Mitchell. Anunoby, step back move, though. In and out, can't get that one to stay. Kalowair with the rebound. Here comes Mitchell. Home run pass to Powell. Hit ahead to Jaquez. 1-1 against Brunson. Jaquez runs right into Brunson. They call a blocking foul on Brunson. That is a charge. That is the textbook definition of a charge. Jaquez lowers the shoulder and goes right into Brunson's chest. How is that a charge? Use that challenge, Mike Brown. Go look at what you did, refs. Go look at what you did. How is that not a charge? How is that a block? How do you watch that play transpire and call a blocking foul? I hate the way NBA officials officiate blocks and charge. I feel like they have no idea what they're doing. I feel like it's so simple and people complicate it all the time. Well, you can't be moving. Well, if your feet are sliding. No, man, if I have defensive positioning in front of you, you can go right into my chest. It's a foul on you. Jaquez down the lane, can't get the layup to go. Josh Hart picks up the rebound and bringing it down the other way. All right, crying over spilled milk. Brunson a 3, line me up. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Robinson and Clarkson collide, and Kalowair able to steal it from them. Hit ahead to Fontecchio. Fontecchio driving the baseline, leaves it off for Drew Smith, gets fouled by Brunson there, and it's going to send Drew Smith to the foul line for 2. Mark said, I hate Jaime forever. The problem, Mark, and you're not wrong, because it's what he did to Julius Randle. The problem, Mark, is I loved Jaime Jaquez coming out of UCLA. I loved Jaime Jaquez coming out of UCLA. And now I can never root for him again. Now I have to hate him. Drew Smith knocks down the first free throw. Now I have to hate him. Drew Smith has one more coming. Dog Catcher, what's up, Dog Catcher? King Free said, what's wrong with Towns? 2 points, 4 boards. Just not having a good night, man. Not having a good night. Jay Hay said, clearly you never played basketball? Thing is, I did, brother. Thing is, I did. Drew Smith knocked down both. Brunson bringing it down. He has it up top, being guarded by Smith. Coming to his left off the Robinson screen. Stops. Swings it over to Bridges. Coming to his right. Down the lane. Kicks it out. Clarkson, the right corner 3. And he got it to go. I was about to say, I would prefer if Bridges just took that shot in the paint. But Clarkson rewarded him by knocking down the 3. Powell has it up top. Dancing with a quick crossover on Josh Hart to the basket. Euro step layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from Norman Powell. My goodness, explosive move too. Brunson bringing it down the other way, being guarded by Smith. Crossing over to his left off the Robinson screen. Driving it down in the lane. A lot of contact. Lost it. Picks it back up. Has nowhere to go. Keeps it. Now, one-on-one against Smith. They bring a double team. Pass fake. Stop. Turn. Kicks it out. Josh Hart. Wide open. Straight away. Line me up. Comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Good. Another good box out from Khalil Ware and Robinson. Robinson has not been impactful on the offensive glass whatsoever tonight because of Khalil Ware. And Josh Hart fouls Fontecchio on the three-point attempt, and Josh Hart is not happy about it. Conscious said Towns might have too much body fat. He looks lazy tonight. I don't know if that's the case. You seen him with his shirt off recently? Because I haven't, so I can't really comment on the body fat thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. He's just not having a good night. Not having a good night. Fatigue may be affecting him a little bit different, but I don't know. Again, he might be one of the... Well, he did have a night off against Indiana, so he's just having a bad game. Fontecchio misses a free throw, and you know what? Ball don't lie. He's going to have 3 free throw attempts here, but he misses the first one. 3:18 to go. Judge that said, Bam and Cat having garbage games so far. So far. Neither of them all that impactful. Fontecchio misses the second one. Miss another one for me, big dog, because you know what? Ball does not lie. Miss another one for me, Fontecchio. Miss another one. Showing the replay there. Oh, that ain't a foul on the Josh. That's the high five contact. That's a flyby. That's flyby defense from Josh Hart. It's a flop from Fontecchio to fall to the floor. Absolutely against that foul call against Josh Hart. But Fontecchio does at least knock down the second one. They got 1 point out of it. Brunson bringing it down. It's a 2-point game, 90-88. These teams going back and forth so far here tonight, run after run. Jaku Chonis, the rookie, is back in the game. Brunson coming to his left, being guarded by him. Driving it down in the paint, throws up the floater. Got it to go. Jalen Brunson is just keeps it going. He's up to 35 now. He just refuses to stop. Hawkins has it up top, crosses over to his right against Josh Hart. They swing it up top to Ware, fires away a 3 over Robinson. Knock me down, Khalil Ware. My goodness. He is incredible tonight. Josh Hart bringing it down the other way. 2:45 to go in the third. It's a 1-point game, 92-91. Josh Hart crosses over to his right. Swings it over to Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Hawkins on a switch. Going to dance with it. Cross over to his left, down the lane. Throws up a tough contested floater. Banks it in. No foul call. Brunson up to 37 now through 3 quarters. Khalil Ware bringing it down. They get it over to Smith. In the corner to Jaku Chonis, driving the baseline, and a foul on Jordan Clarkson. And the Knicks seem to be getting really frustrated right now with the whistle. We talked about the whistle at halftime. A lot more fouls being called on the Knicks than the Heat. I figured as the game went on, that would probably even out. We go to the team stats. We're going to get a full Knicks timeout right now. Knicks up by 3. That's, I believe, foul on the floor. I don't think they're in the bonus. No, they are in the bonus. So, Drew Smith is going to... Is that Drew Smith? He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Somebody's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. So I wanted to see team fouls. So the Knicks have been called for 16 fouls. Miami's been called for 7. So, I do think the physicality has been both ways. So I'd like to see this number a lot more closer than it is. I think both teams have been very physical, hacking and whacking away. That is, a natural basketball game. I would like the officials to call this game a little bit more evenly. I don't think it's been egregious. I think the fouls that the Knicks have caused, for the most part, have been fouls. I think there's a couple of fouls Miami's committed that have been called. That's it. D-Rat said, Cat not having a good year? He's having a fine year. Yeah, I wouldn't say... I think he's having a fine year. The defense is the thing that's picked up from Karl Anthony Towns this year. That is the thing that has really improved so far. But his offense has not been very good. It's been fine, but not good. Not to the standard that we expect from Karl Anthony Towns. Because that's in Mikal stuck with 18 still. That is the Mikal Bridges experience, unfortunately. Hopefully he steps up. We got 2.5 left here in the third, and then we got a whole fourth quarter. Need him to step up in that fourth quarter. Just that's it. 16 for 28 from 3 is elite. It is elite. 16 for 23 from 3-point range. The issue is on the same night, they're allowing Miami to also go 13 for 25. So both of these teams lighting the nets on fire. They're going back and forth. That's why it's a 3-point game. Nixon said Mikal will get his in the fourth. I hope so. Joseph said, Kwame, I already knew that for a while. Kwame said the refs hate the Knicks. Sure. I think every fan base says that about their team. Every fan base feels the same way. Here we go. We're checking back in. Let's go around the league real quick. Milwaukee still holding the lead over Minnesota. Don't have a disappointing game, Minnesota, after beating OKC. Old school Taboski. Yes, refs hate the Knicks. Spurs the Wizards in a tight one. Obviously, we know Knicks Heat. And then the Nets beating the Raptors right now. Interesting. All right, here we go. We're back in. Let me blow my nose real quick before we start it off. It's going to be 2 free throws for Miami anyway. My bad. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. So Drew Smith knocked down both of his free throws, then came up with a steal. Bad pass from Anunoby on the inbounds. Then Fontecchio missed the 3. Knicks got the rebound. Brunson pushed the other way. On a good fight from Clarkson, by the way, battling for that rebound. And then Brunson pushing the other way, draws the foul on the rookie Jakutonis. So now he's at the foul line for 2 free throws. 2:11 to go. Brunson knocks down the first one, up to 38 points now. Miami not going away quietly. They are a team that will refuse to die. They will continue to battle back no matter how many times you knock them down. Brunson knocks down both. Need all the free throws you can get. Jaquez bringing it down. Up top being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right up the Fontecchio screen. Dancing with it. Anunoby knocks the ball loose. Another steal for OG. He's going to go the other way for a 2-handed slam. OG Anunoby. The classic pick your pocket, go the other way, and throw down a 2-handed hammer. Drew Smith down the lane, pulls it back out to get it up top to Fontecchio. Attacking to his left in the lane against Robinson. Scoop play with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Robinson clears with a rebound. Here comes Brunson, bringing it down the other way. Brunson stops, turns, kicks it out. Kolek, extra pass to Clarkson. Extra pass to Anunoby. Pump fakes. Being guarded by Fontecchio. Now Miami goes back into their shell. Man to man. They've matched up. Clarkson coming to his left of the Robinson screen. Stops, turns, spins. Down the lane. Leans in. Throws it up. Off glass. God, it's a go. Jordan Clarkson just a walking bucket. As the Knicks find themselves back up by 7. Jakutonis has it up top. Being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right up the Ware screen. Driving it down in the lane. Gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Anunoby. And it's out of bounds off of the Knicks. Good defense from the Knicks there. Possession is going to remain with Miami, though. Just that said, OG has the timeout. Michael Myers has risen. Matt said, stop Powell, we win. Yeah, if you clean up the Ware matchup, he's been awesome tonight, and you stop Powell as best as you can, you're in line to win the game for sure. They get it over to Fontecchio off the inbounds. Step back baseline jumper, can't get it to go. Brunson with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Brunson up top, coming to his right, off the Robinson screen. Leaning in, throws a lob up the Robinson, 2-handed slam, the Gotham lob. They're finding Robinson on the lobs way more often as of late, and I'm loving it. Powell pull up right wing 3 over Kolek. Got it to go. Norman Powell is a bucket. Kolek is there, and again, I know, Kolek not really tall enough to give a great contest against Powell, but my goodness, is Powell just a walking bucket. Brunson up top being guarded by Smith. They swing it over to Anunoby. And Miami in a zone. 2-3 zone here. Up top to Anunoby to swing it over to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Drew Smith. Swings it back to Anunoby in the corner to Clarkson. Hesitates against Fontecchio and loses the handle out of bounds going back to Miami with 34 seconds to go. Susan said, OG is a damn good thief. He is. Hawkins has it up top being guarded by Kolek. Get it over to Powell, being guarded by Anunoby now. Coming to his left off the BAM screen to the basket. Slips it out to Drew Smith. Pump fakes, driving the lane, stops. Has nowhere to go. Good defense from the Knicks. Now they swing it out. Hawkins dribbles behind the three-point line and rattles in a three. A 25% three-point shooter. And these two teams are just knocking down three after three against each other. And it's a three-point game with 10 seconds to go here. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Smith. Coming to his right off the Robinson screen. Stops, swings it over to Kolek. Kolek swings it over to Anunoby. Anunoby bullet pass inside the Robinson. Two-handed slam and the foul. Beautiful, beautiful manipulation there from the Knicks to swing the ball around like that. Firing Robinson on the inside, rolling to the rim. Excellent ball movement from the Knicks. Starting with Brunson coming off the Robinson screen, swinging it over to Kolek. Kolek attacking, then swinging it over to Anunoby. And then a nice bullet pass inside the Robinson who rolled down under the rim for a two-handed slam. Beating the zone. Beautiful. And a terrible foul by Norman Powell, by the way. He's going to send Robinson to the foul line for one more. And Mitchell Robinson is suddenly Steph Curry from the foul line. Knock me down another one, I'll go crazy, Mitch. Knock me down another one, I'll go crazy. Oh, my goodness, Mitchell Robinson. Oh, I love it. I'm loving it. Three-quarter score heat for the Miami. Oh, almost got it to go in, hit the back of the rim, but that will end our third quarter right there. I got to give Mitch his three. 105-99. Knicks holding on to a 6-point lead right now. Just that's and Mitch always open. Yeah, man. I mean, the Knicks are just doing a great job of finding him. He's doing a great job of rolling to the rim. Doing a great job of making himself available. He's doing a great job of actually catching the ball so far this year. Last year when he came back from the injury, again, rust, timing, all the things were off. And the Knicks were not throwing good passes to him in the paint. But last year was hilarious how many times they threw the ball to him and he could not catch it. This year, he's back to his Mitchell Robinson self, catching everything, snagging rebounds, all of the things. Let's go over the Knicks box score real quick. Jack City, what's up, Jack City? Appreciate you, big dog. Mitch looking like he taught Steph Curry how to shoot free throws right now. It's incredible. It's incredible what actually having a shooting coach can do for a player. It is crazy what's going on with Mitchell Robinson right now. Ches V, what's up, Ches? He's doing a great job of not getting injured. Very true. Very true. King Free said JB 50 points. I mean, he's got 39 at the end of three quarters. Only needs an 11-point quarter here in the fourth, which he's more than capable of doing. Anunoby up to 12, a 12-point quarter for him after an over in that first half. Mitchell Robinson, 9 points, 5 rebounds tonight. Another good game for Robinson, although not as active on the glass thanks to Khalil Ware and how focused he has been against Robinson so far tonight. So they're going to come out in the second quarter here as the lineup just changed with OG Anunoby, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson remaining in the game, and Tyler Kolek. All right, Towns, your time to shine, big dog. Bridges, give us something. So far has thrown up an over in the second half here, right? All the talk about Anunoby's over, now Bridges throwing up an over. Conscious said Towns needs to prove he wants to stay in New York. He's disappointing this season compared to last. I think he's been fine. I don't think it's been a disappointing season for Towns at all. Do you want a little bit more from Towns? For sure. I don't think disappointing is going way too far to me. Rose Pierce said Towns' averages are fine so far? Yeah, they're perfectly fine. What is the disappointment? Towns has been fine. Again, you need the efficiency to go up a little bit more. But I'm not looking for him to score more. The defense has also been much improved this year in comparison to last year. So, that's the improvement he has this year. I'll take it. I'll take it 10 times out of 10. I don't think he's been a disappointment at all. I think it's going way too far. Personally. Here we go. Checking back in. The Heat come out with Adebayo, Powell, Fontecchio, Hawkins, and Drew Smith remains in the game. Kolek bringing it down against Drew Smith. Has it up top. Miami back into their man-to-man defense. Kolek, pass fake. Has nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges up top coming to his left off the Kolek screen. Bam switches onto him. Bridges driving it down. Kicks it out to Towns. Towns being guarded by Hawkins. Swings through to his right. To the basket. Down low. And a travel? Did they call a travel? I think they called the travel and Karl-Anthony Towns trying to go to the basket. No, an offensive foul? Another one? I don't know about that. I mean, was there contact? Yeah. Did he probably push off a little bit? Maybe. I don't know about that. Clarkson comes in for Robinson here. Drew Smith has it up top, being guarded by Clarkson. They get it over to Adebayo, being guarded by Towns. Clarkson knocks the ball loose, but Adebayo able to recover it. Going to look to attack Towns off the bounce. Mid-range jumper over him. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Good defense from Towns there, and he secures the rebound. Here comes Bridges, bringing it down. Left side of the court being picked up by Powell. Up top to Towns. Towns with the pass fake. Now back to Bridges. Bridges calling for the screen. Coming to his right off the Towns screen. Adebayo switched on to him. They're trying to get it to Jaquez. They're trying to get it to Towns being guarded by Jaquez. Kolik's going to dance with it. They swing it over to Anunoby. Jab step, puts up the three over Fontecchio. Well short, but a foul on Fontecchio will send OG Anunoby to the foul line for 3 free throws. See the replay here. And Miami's going to use their challenge here. If this is, I don't know about this challenge because the way the league has, they put out a notice that they will now call hand-to-hand contact on shooting now, right? And they called one earlier in the game on Josh Hart. So Miami has benefited from this foul call earlier, and now Spoelstra will use his challenge here, which I don't see how he could win this challenge based off of the replay that we saw before they went to commercial break because they got to sneak in these commercials at any possible point. But, man, I don't see how that you could overturn this based off of how they've called that foul all season long. I Like Shoes. What's up, I Like Shoes? Damn Cat has done virtually nothing tonight. At least OG bounced back. True. Towns still struggling. Carl Anthony Towns. He's sitting with 2 points, 5 rebounds. 1 for 5 from the field. Dog Catcher said, St. Brown made a not-so-saintly penalty. Cost his Lions a much-needed win. Oh, football. Yes, it is Sunday. It is Sunday football. I forget sometimes. When the Knicks are playing, I forget about anything else. He has Nuke. What's up, Nuke? You think Robinson going back in the game? Absolutely, especially with the way Karl Anthony Towns has been playing. I definitely think we are going to see Mitchell Robinson again tonight. Relic said, the season is over. I missed the playoffs and the finals. It's over. Concha said, Res be funny. Yeah, funny, annoying, silly, all of the things. I gotta close this window. That breeze is coming in hard now. All of the things for sure. Ready? What's up, Ready? Angry at the refs. Mark.tv said, let's go, OG. Make your free throws, please. That's if they give them the free throws here. They should give them the free throws. They should give them the free throws for sure. Ches V said, it's a good thing you missed the Giants game. Oh, brother, I have not checked in a while. The football season for me ended a while ago. So I'm good. Unsuccessful challenge, foul on Fontecchio. This is a good sign. And that's absolutely a foul. That's not even hand-to-hand contact on the replay there. He hits his wrist. Why would Spoelstra challenge that? Terrible challenge by Miami. Terrible challenge. Nuke said, do you think Robinson's going to get 1 turnover? I betted more on his turnovers parlay. Robinson doesn't really touch the ball. So probably not, big dog. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. Mitchell Robinson grabs rebounds and then kicks it out. So unless he does that and throws a bad pass and turns it over, I don't see it happening. So Anunoby is at the foul line for 3 free throws. Knocks down the first one. Thank you, OG. Got another one coming. Stir Show. What's up, Stir Show? Miami Cheeks. They have lost 6 of their last 7. So this would be a tough loss for the Knicks if they did find a way to lose it. They're slumping a little bit here. Anunoby knocks down 2. Got 1 more coming. There you go. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth. Very early in the fourth quarter here. Anunoby can put him up by 9. And he misses the second one. I spoke too soon. Maybe I cursed him. Maybe I put the commentator's curse on him. But here comes Drew Smith bringing it down against Kolik. Swings it over to Fontecchio, rolling down the middle of the lane. Tried to throw down a one-handed hammer over Anunoby and draws a foul. Fontecchio hit the floor hard and started holding his wrist. Looks like his left wrist. He's a righty. See the replay on it. Good foul from OG Anunoby to save the dunk from Fontecchio. It's going to send him to the foul line for 2, though. Herro said Knicks at home can be messed with. Yep. Listen, the 2 times the Knicks have, as Fontecchio misses a free throw, love to see it. Love when our opponents miss free throws. The 2 losses the Knicks have at home this year, it was the second night of a back-to-back against Orlando, and it was the second night of a back-to-back against Philly. Fontecchio does knock down the second free throw. So it's 100 to 107, Knicks bringing it down. 10:45 to go. Kolek in the lane, kicks it over to Bridges. Bridges brings it back up, being guarded by Powell. Swings it over to Anunoby, back to Bridges, coming to his left, swings it over to Clarkson. Clarkson coming to his right, now over to Anunoby. Anunoby being guarded by Powell, calling for a screen from Towns, coming to his right off the screen, putting his head down, attacking, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 more free throws. Knicks finding themselves to the foul line now. Exactly what we talked about. Isaiah Gardner said, do you think JB can still get 50? I do. Kanye East? What's up, Kanye East? What's good, my guy? What's up, Kanye? Isaiah Gardner said, also, I missed the first half. Is Cat off? Yeah, Cat's not having a good night tonight. He is not having a good night tonight for sure. Kind of been discombobulated all game. He's only taken 5 shots tonight. I think he's noticed he does not have it tonight. He's allowing everybody else to shine. Brunson had 21 first half points as Anunoby knocks down both free throws. Brunson had 21 first half points. Bridges had 18 first half points. Anunoby now picking it up in the second half here. Bridges is yet to score. But Brunson up to 39 points. Powell down the lane. Kicks it out. Fontecchio right corner 3. Comes up short. Kolek with the rebound. There you go. Knicks coming up with stops now. If they get a basket, they'll have their first double-digit lead of the game. Kolek up top. Swings it over to Anunoby. He lines up a 3. He's feeling it. Off the back rim. Battle for the rebound. Powell pulls it out. Bringing it down the other way. They have numbers. Hit ahead. Fontecchio down the lane. Goes up. Gets stripped. Out of bounds. Off of Fontecchio. Good defense from Tyler Kolek, who came down and stripped him. Ball going back to the Knicks with 10 minutes to go. Just that said, Cat, the only Knick with a minus plus minus. Yeah, the eye test matches. The eye test matches for sure. Kolek up top. Coming to his left off a Bridges screen. Powell steps out. Kolek putting his head down, attacking to the basket. Scoop layup. Got it to go. Tyler Kolek gives the Knicks an 11-point lead, 111 to 100. Hawkins has it on the right wing, being guarded by Anunoby. Backing him down. Crosses over to his left. In the lane, leans in, goes up. Gets swatted out of bounds, but they call a foul on OG Anunoby. I don't know how that could be a foul call unless Anunoby leans forward here. They're not going to show the replay. They're going to show Kolek going to the basket. Unless Anunoby leans in there or uses the off arms as Hawkins goes into the chest of Anunoby, I don't know how that's a foul on Anunoby, who's just standing there. Either way, though, Hawkins is at the foul line for 2. Arthur, what's up, Arthur? Good job by Sheffy on top of it. Appreciate you, Arthur. Tay Cowboy said, I do believe Cat has a minor calf injury that he's playing through. Unfortunate. We have seen him play injured before and also struggle, so that might be the case with him tonight. Drew Smith has it up top. Coming to his left. They say it was a foul on the floor, too. Wow. Drew Smith puts up the floater, can't get it to go. Good contest from OG Anunoby, and then knocked out of bounds off of Bam Adebayo, and the Knicks and the Heat don't have a challenge. Now they're going to give the ball back to Miami. The ref changes the call. Nuke said, how many rings Golden State will have back-to-back if Victor and Luka join Steph? I don't know, brother. I don't live in fantasy land, so I can't really say. They sneak it into Hawkins, puts up the floater, got it to go. Great out-of-bounds play by Miami there. Kolek bringing it down. Hits Bridges cutting back door. And Bridges was, maybe it looked like he got fouled. Pretty pass from Kolek, maybe a little bit off target. Bridges couldn't control the pass. And it's out-of-bounds turnover on the Knicks. 9 minutes to go. Powell up top, coming to his right up the Hawkins screen, driving it down against Towns, pulls it back out. Good defense from Towns. Bridges slips. Powell steps back, puts up the 3 over Bridges. Well contested. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Towns skying for a rebound. Loose ball. Bam corrals it. They kick it out. Bam hesitates from 3. Driving to his left against Towns. Leans in. Fall-away jumper. Good defense. But he gets a nice soft touch off the front of the rim and gets a friendly bounce. 111 to 107. Back to a 7-point game. Kolek bringing it down to his right. Has it up top, being guarded by Powell. Coming to his left. Drew Smith switches onto him. They get over to Bridges. Curling to his right. Driving it down in the lane. Follow-away jumper over Drew Smith. Comes up well short. Bam Adebayo with the rebound, bringing it down the other way. Putting his head down, attacking. Kolek, the lone defender. Euro steps in the lane. Kicks out to the rookie Jaku Chonis. Way long on the three. Clarkson picks up the rebound. Clarkson bringing it down now. Hesitating. Dancing with it. Hesitation. Crosses over to his left on Adebayo. Down the lane. Loses the ball. Out of bounds yet again. And it might be time to bring in Jalen Brunson. We are 8:18 to go. Got to bring in Captain Clutch. Is that what Mike Brown just signaled? And it is what Mike Brown just signaled. Bringing in Captain Clutch. Also bringing in Big Josh Hart. Looking to close this one out now as we approach the 8-minute mark. Usually is when teams implement their final substitutions. Bam backing down Adebayo. Leans in, throws up the righty hook. Can't get it to go, but another foul on Bam Adebayo. Going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Shows that said Powell carried. I mean, we already at a point where they don't call travels. You're definitely not calling carries. David said, OKC taking a couple of L's gives me hope for the Knicks. I definitely think the Knicks could beat OKC in a playoff series. I think Denver could beat them. I think as Bam knocks down the first free throw. I think Houston could. I think San Antonio, maybe. Probably not. San Antonio is like a dark underhorse in that one, but they could definitely get knocked off for sure. I don't think they're this impenetrable team that can't lose. Nuke said, let us know when Robinson gets back in. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Bam knocks down both. It is a 5-point game, 111 to 106. 8 minutes to go. Brunson hands it off to Bridges. The Knicks are out there with their starting 5, but Kolek is in for, and Bridges knocks down a left wing 3. Brunson just swung it over to him. Bridges dribbled into the pull-up 3. Knicks back up by 8. Kolek is in for Anunoby. Josh Hart guarding Jaquez. Jaquez on the right wing, loses the handle. Swings it over to Mitchell. Mitchell being guarded by Bridges. Knicks locking up defensively now on the wings. They kick it over to Adebayo. Step back, baseline jump over Towns. Can't get it to go. Good defense from Towns. Kolek with the rebound. Got a running star. One man to beat in Davion Mitchell. Gets caught in the air. Kicks out to Towns. Towns is the trailer. Swings it over to Brunson. Brunson, quick catch and fire over. Jaquez shoots up an air ball and a loose ball. And Miami able to corral it. Not a good look from Brunson. Brunson, you got to hit that pump fake and drive it, brother. Here comes Jaku Chonis bringing it down to get over to Adebayo. Adebayo has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Spins to his left and gets fouled. And the Knicks not happy with that foul call at all. 7:10 to go. Towns calling for a challenge. Interesting. Just that's Mitch at the desk. Yes, Mitch is at the scores table right now. And Mike Brown calls the timeout, and it looks like they're going to use their challenge. And I'm listening to the commentators waiting for them to tell us that there's definitely a challenge. They didn't signify whether or not it was a challenge. So I don't know if they're challenging it. But Robinson was at the scores table, so he'll come into the game after this timeout here from the Knicks. Weird time to call a timeout, so I suspect that there's a challenge there from the Knicks. Lee Wei Shi said, not a good shot. Not a good shot from Brunson. I mean, great swing over to him. He's open. And Jaquez is hustling out there, trying to contest it. All Brunson got to do is hit that pump fake. He knows better. He knows, damn, should have hit that pump fake. Got a little trigger happy there, shot it up. He's feeling it tonight, so I get it. AP said 707 and 155 likes. Yeah, oh my goodness. Over 700 people in the chat tonight. Appreciate y'all. If you're enjoying the show so far and you want to show some support to the community, hit the thumbs up button. Like the stream. It is by far the best thing you can do to show support to the channel is by liking the stream. It tells YouTube people are actually enjoying it, and it helps them spread it out to more people. So I'd very much appreciate it, y'all. Thank you. Having a great time tonight. Nice late afternoon, early night. Again, still not sure how to describe it. Early night game for the Knicks. 6 o'clock start time. Gotta love it. Brooklyn Knicks fan. What's up, Brooklyn? Anyone else want Towns off the team for somebody better? You gotta give me somebody better, though, Brooklyn. Gotta give me somebody better. If we could trade Towns for Giannis straight up, probably. Yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat. I'd drive Towns to the airport myself. The issue is that, you got Karl Anthony Towns for Randall and DiVincenzo. And he is a Larry True. Larry True with the subscription. Appreciate you, Larry. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I would love to have a better player on the team than Bridges. I'd love to have a better player on the team than Robinson. I'd love to have a better player. Like, I'd love to have the best team in the league. You know, I'm with you. Brooklyn said, don't like Giannis? Then you got to give me somebody better than Towns. Who is attainable that's better than Towns right now that we could trade Towns for? Leeway said, you're cooking, chef. Appreciate you, Leeway. Appreciate you. We're on our way. Community growing. Community is indeed growing. Just that said, KD went off again last night. Yeah, they finally got a victory over Denver. Right? Denver won the first two matchups there. And and then Houston, led by KD. And Reed Shepherd, by the way. Reed Shepherd, probably his best game of his career. Didn't he have 28 points or something like that? Brooklyn said a power forward or center. You got to give me a name, brother. Give me a name. Who do you think, Brooklyn? Who do you think? Who's available that we could trade Karl-Anthony Towns for? Because then it's just a mute point. Then we're just complaining for the sake of complaining. You got to give me a name, brother. Who do you think? Let's talk about it. So they overturn the call. Successful challenge from the Knicks, and the Knicks will get the ball back here as Josh Hart had imminent possession. Good defense from Karl-Anthony Towns yet again. Let's do it. Back in. TXB. What's up, TXB? TXB? What's up, TXB? Robinson is back in the game. He has it up top. He came in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Swings it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it over to Robinson. Knicks up by 8 right now. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his right, being guarded by Mitchell. Stops, turns, spins. They show 2. Picks up his handle. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Loose ball. Josh Hart recovers it before going out of bounds. James Levere. Josh Hart heaves it up there at the shot clock buzzer over Bam Adebayo, and he got it to go. Josh Hart, have yourself a heck of a shooting night. Hawkins, the 3 can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound goes flying in to Jaku Chonis, and they're going to call a foul on Jaku Chonis. Loose ball foul on him. Josh Hart, a man possessed right now, over Adebayo off the dribble. About a 32, 34-footer for Josh Hart. Got it to go. My goodness. Just that said, we are playing at the June So Sub. Yeah, I mean, we stream Monday through the weekend, 6 times a week, sometimes multiple games. So if you're enjoying yourself, come hang out with us. And we don't miss Knicks games. We stream every single Knicks game of every single season. Al Machinery said, when Cat plays well, he's unstoppable. For sure. Kolek has it up top. A pull-up 3 for Kolek. In and out, can't get it to go. Ware chases down the long rebound. Here comes Hawkes bringing it down the other way. Knicks back up by 11 here. Approaching the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Bam throws up a lob to Ware. Can't get it to go, but they call the foul on Josh Hart. Dante iOS, what's up, Dante? Appreciate you. A lot of new people in the chat tonight. Appreciate y'all. Are they going to give Miami free throws here? They've been pretty consistent about not giving lob attempts free throws, but they are going to give them free throws here. Here Ware goes. He's got 22 and 15 tonight. He's 4 for 6 from 3. He's having a heck of a night, Ware. Philip Melbourne, what's up, Philip? A.K.A. Real You. What's up, Philip? Hope you're having a good time tonight. Appreciate y'all. A lot of new people in the chat tonight. Ware at the foul line for 2. 6:13 to go. Ware knocks down the first free throw. Karen said, just don't lose your voice, Sheffy. I'm good. I got a strong voice. Not going anywhere. I scream louder. I've gone hyper. Lana Motors said, not enough likes for Sheffy Knicks fan. Appreciate you, Lana. Appreciate you. Ware does miss the second free throw. We love when our opponents miss free throws every single time. We'll never not love it. Brunson bringing it down the other way. Knicks up by 10 at the halfway point here. Brunson swings it over to Bridges, attacking to his right. Follow-away jumper in the paint. Comes up short. Can't get it to go. Good box out from Ware yet again for another strong rebound. He's having a phenomenal game tonight, both scoring and rebounding. Powell has it up top, being guarded by Kolek. Stop, turn, half spin to his right. Beautiful move. Throws up a lob. And Ware throws it down with 2 hands. They are feeding the beast down low. Powell did a great job of weaving in the lane past Kolek, drawing Mitchell Robinson as the help defender, and leaving it off for Ware there. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Hawkes. Crosses over to his right. Step back. Hawkes hits the floor. Brunson step back 3. Comes up short. Couldn't add that one to the highlight reel, but here comes Hawkes off the Ware rebound yet again. Another one. He's on his way to a 20-20 game tonight. Hawkes has it up top. Dancing with it. They lob it over the top to Bam. Bam has it in the high post. They swing it out. Ware has it, but a foul off the pass out. They call the foul on Brunson? Leeway said, somebody guard Ware. The hard part is Robinson's the help defender, and so when he comes over to help, it's going to leave Ware wide open, right? It's going to leave Ware wide open. Just that said, JB stepped on his foot. Yeah, I know, and that's fine. It's still going. It's still going on the highlight reel when a guy hits the floor, though. Brooklyn said, Markkanen in a Knicks jersey? You can't swap out Markkanen for Karl-Anthony Towns. He's not nearly the player that Karl-Anthony Towns is. Karl-Anthony Towns is a perennial All-NBA performer, whether you like him or not. Markkanen is like a fringe all-star. He didn't even make the all-star team last year, big dog. So, like, I'd love Markkanen, not for Karl-Anthony Towns, though. Anunoby comes in for Mikal Bridges, so the Knicks are out there with Brunson, Hart, Robinson, Kolek, and Anunoby. Brunson spins to his left off the Robinson screen, stops, baseline, pump fake, kicks it up top to Josh Hart. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Mitchell, swings through to his left. They show double team. Brunson steps through, leaves it off to Josh Hart, swings it out. Anunoby, right wing three, airballs it. Robinson saves over to Brunson, though. Brunson heaves it up at the buzzer, rattles it in. Jalen Brunson, my goodness. Fading out of bounds. Robinson, give credit to him for saving it from going out of bounds. Powell has it up top, being guarded by Kolek, dancing with it, loses his balance, saves it over to Bam. Bam up top, picks up his handle, kicks it back out to Powell. Powell driving to his right, bump, Euro, loses the handle. Good defense from Mitchell Robinson yet again. Kolek bringing it down the other way, hit ahead to Josh Hart, putting his head down all the way to the basket. Lefty layup, smokes it. Robinson can't get the putback. Come on, Big Mitch. The putback dunk was right there, and he hit it off the back of the rim. Powell bringing it down, a pull-up three for him. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Bam has it. Goes up. Layup. Can't get it to go. But a foul is called on Mitchell Robinson, sending Bam Adebayo to the foul line for 2 free throws. 9-point lead for the Knicks right now. Rafael Torres said, I'm back home, Sheffy. I was in the store, but I'm going to come and watch the game. They're winning. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brunson up to 42 tonight. 25 and 18 for Ware. 42, 3, and 9 for Jalen Brunson. My goodness. On his way to a 50-10 game from JB. Bam Adebayo knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. Just that said, refs kill the flow of the game. Brooklyn said Davis fits, not going to lie. I like Davis as a player more than Karl-Anthony Towns, but he's older. And he's far more injury prone. You know? I do like Davis more as a player, Brooklyn, but you can't take that risk. You can't take that risk with Anthony Davis. Older, far more injury prone. And he hasn't been all that great this year when he has played for Dallas, by the way. Bam knocks down both free throws. Cole like a left wing three. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Kel'el Ware knocks away from Robinson. Kel'el Ware has been phenomenal on the glass. He didn't grab that one there, but he kept Robinson off of it. So it's 120-113. Bam attacking Anunoby. Pump fake, leans in, flips it up to the left hand, comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Ware grabs an offensive rebound. He is dominating Robinson on the glass tonight. Not something we say often. Not something that happens all that often with Mitchell Robinson on your team. Kel'el Ware has been awesome. He's got 18 rebounds tonight. My goodness. Nixon said, I'm going to the Knicks Hawks game next week. We need some Sheffy merch. It's on his way, Nixon. It's on his way. I'm sorry for the delay. But again, it's a one-man band up here, right? It's just me doing everything. I'm controlling the scoreboard. I'm giving commentary. I'm talking to the chat. I'm hosting. I'm trying to do it all. I make all the graphics. It's just me, brother. It's just me. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Watching from the Philippines. Appreciate you, Joseph. Shout out to everybody. Brooklyn said, true that, big dog. Look, I've never been a big Karl-Anthony Towns fan, Brooklyn. But when they made the trade for him, you just got to ride it out, right? You got to ride it out with the guy who's wearing the blue and orange. He drives me crazy. But he's wearing a Knicks uniform. And he came up clutch for us in the playoffs, right? Was huge in the Detroit series, was huge in the Indiana series. So you just got to ride it out. He seems like he's their guy. So we just going to have to stick with it. Nixon said, I'm going to end up getting one of those chef hats with the Knicks logo on it. I'm working on getting the chef's hat with the Sheffy logo on it. I'm working on it. Knicks holding on to a 7-point lead. Just under 4 minutes to go here. Judge that said the cat trade might be the greatest trade in Knicks history. It might be. I'm going to give the Anunoby trade one over the Towns trade. Towns trade was good. I prefer Towns over Randall, I'll tell you that. I hate that we had to lose DiVincenzo for it, but I prefer Towns over Randall. But I have to give the Anunoby trade a notch above the Towns trade. Anunoby trade was special. Anunoby trade was special. I mean, they didn't have to give up a pick. They traded RJ, who you guys know I loved RJ. I loved RJ, but he was not going to be a part of the solution here in New York. Part of the solution down there in Toronto. He's been damn good for Toronto, that's for sure. But I think he's where he belongs. And then Emmanuel quickly wanted to be a starter, wanted to get paid like a starter, was not going to be able to happen here in New York. Made sense to move on from him at the time in which they did, because he got paid, right? And they picked up the best two-way player out on the wing in the NBA, probably. So I'm with it. I give the Anunoby trade a home run. Speaking of home run hitters. What's up, home run hitters? Rando is better than Devo? Rando is definitely a better player than Devo. One guy's made an All-Star team, made an All-NBA team. The other guy hasn't even sniffed an All-Star team. Brooklyn said Anunoby and Brunson trade. Well, Brunson wasn't a trade. They just signed them in the offseason. They did, I guess, technically a trade because they did lose a second-round pick for Brunson because of the tampering. But home run said Rando and Debo is better than Cat. I got to disagree. On that one. Davion Mitchell has it up top. We're back into it. Mitchell has it up top being guarded by Brunson. Coming to his right off the Bam screen. They swing it out. Khalil Ware, a left wing three over Anunoby. And Khalil Ware continues to refuse to miss tonight. He has been special tonight. He is showing all of the things that got him drafted in the first round by Miami. My goodness, has he been great. Brunson gets it down low to Bridges. Bridges in the paint, gets the ball knocked away by Powell. Come on, Mikhail. He's throwing up an offer here in the second half. Brunson fouls Jaquez going to the rim. I believe that's the fifth foul on Brunson, by the way. Not what you want to see. Brunson, 5 fouls, yeah. 4 for Anunoby. Oof. Over 800 people in the stream tonight. I was talking smack earlier about how our previous stream broke 800, and we had yet to have a Knicks stream break over 300, and here we are tonight. Over 800 people in the stream. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Jaquez knocks down the first free throw. Back to a one-possession game. 3-point game right now. 3:12 to go. Towns checking back in for Robinson here. Roy Semakanas? What's up, Roy? No Towns for New York. Towns just came back in right now. Dom Anthony. What's up, Dom Anthony? Angel said, let's close this one out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just that turnover's costly. Very costly. Very costly. Jaquez does knock down both free throws, knocking it back to a 2-point game, 120 to 118 with 3:12 to go. Brunson bringing it down against Davion Mitchell. The Knicks are out there with Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Towns, and Anunoby, their starting 5. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Powell. Miami's out there with Powell, Jaquez, Bridges, Anunoby. Oh my goodness. They kick it out to Josh Hart. Hart over to Towns. Back into Josh Hart. Scoop play with the right hand. Got it to go. Beautiful pass from Karl-Anthony Towns. My goodness. Miami's out there with Bam, Ware, Powell, Mitchell, and Jaquez. Jaquez has it up top. Crosses over to his left. Down against Josh Hart. Spins to kick it out to Powell. Driving to his right. Blows past the defense. Scoop play with the left hand. Can't get it to go. Great rim defense from Karl-Anthony Towns there. Excellent rotation and defense from Towns. And did a good job without fouling. Brunson has it up top being guarded by Mitchell. 2:30 to go. Knicks with a 4-point lead. Brunson dancing with it. Coming to his right off the Anunoby screen. Powell switches on to Brunson. Brunson swings it over to Anunoby. Extra pass. Bridges, left corner 3. Line me up, Mikhail. Line me up, Mikhail. We talked about Mikhail throwing up an over in the second half after an 18-point first half. And he got a big 3 there with 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. And Towns battling for it. Loose ball. Diving on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Did they call the timeout? As Powell hit the floor and then nothing happened. Nobody called a timeout or anything. So no timeout. Towns, again, another great defensive play as he hedged out as Powell was trying to come off the Bam screen and then tied him up. Home run hitter said, good stuff, Bridges. Good stuff, Bridges. Sometimes we have to talk down on a guy here in the chat so he could finally hear us and step up. Big time 3 from Mikal Bridges for his first points of the second half there. Knicks back up by 7. It's Brunson versus Powell. They don't give it to Towns on the jump ball. So Brunson versus Powell. Obviously, Powell has the advantage. And the ref threw the lob before Brunson was ready. Spoelstra's upset about it. But the other official blew the whistle and said, no, jump it up again. Jump it up again. Bad toss by the official. They throw the lob up, battle for it. Powell still wins it and gets it over to Adebayo. Now over to Jaquez. Jaquez dancing with it at the foul line against Towns. Step back, pump fake, leans in, puts up the jumper. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Anthony Towns. There's no way that's a foul on Towns. You got to show me the replay on that again. Show me the replay. Did he encroach? Did he encroach? Because it looked like Jaquez just kind of leaned in and then flailed. See the replay? Pump fake. He did lean in. That's a foul on Towns. He did lean in a little bit. He did lean in with the hip. Had his hand on the side, too, as Jaquez was rising up. It's a little ticky-tack foul, but it is a foul. It is a foul. It's a good call to the foul line for 2 free throws for Jaquez. Nixon said, ball don't lie, he'll miss both. Jaquez at the foul line. Misses the first one. There you go, Nixon. Tell him the future. Tell him the future. Got one more to go. Ball don't lie, baby. Ball don't lie. Laudermona said, ref trying to give it to Miami. Jaquez missed the first one. And he misses the second one, baby. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. We're under 2 to go. Knicks holding on to a 7-point lead here, 118 to 125. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Mitchell, coming to his left. Being guarded by Powell now on a switch. Brunson looking to dance. A straight-up pull-away 3. Can't get it to go, but a foul on Norman Powell. A landing violation. 3 free throws for Jalen Brunson, who's already sitting on 42 points so far tonight. My goodness. Brooklyn said Towns had that jump ball, ref smoking some crack. Yeah, Brunson let go after tying up Powell so that Towns can tie it up and do the jump ball. But the ref switched it, gave it to Brunson, unfortunately. So the refs are going to go to the monitors to see if it meets the criteria of a flagrant foul. Kentas said, make all 3 free throws and that's a dagger. It might be. It might be. It would give the Knicks a 10-point lead with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go. 94 seconds exactly remaining in this game. Bernard Johnson, make your free throws. All we got to do is make our free throws. TK2 Solid, what's up, TK? Let's go Heat. We got a Heat fan in the chat. What's up, TK? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling? Situation looking dire for your Heat. Nutty, what's up, Nutty? All in New York, minus 10.5 free throws, total 8.5 K USD. Can win? Sure, brother, sure. Brooklyn said Brunson better win MVP. I don't know if he's going to win MVP over SGA or Jokic. I think those two guys have it pretty locked up that it's between the two of them. Kentas said, plus the flagrant foul, 2 or 1 additional free throws. No additional free throws. It's still 3 free throws for Jalen Brunson if it is a flagrant, but the Knicks get the ball back. Roger G. Wall, what's up, Roger? Can't wait for May or June to come. Absolutely. Absolutely. 2K2 Solid with the subscription. Appreciate you, 2K. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Sean P. said, solid channel, my man. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you. Again, thank you to all of the new people in the chat tonight. I think this has been our most successful stream ever. Appreciate y'all. We have over 800 people in the chat tonight. My goodness. What's popping, everybody? If you guys don't know, we stream Monday through the weekend, 6 days a week. We also cover every single Knicks game of every single season. And on the days where the Knicks don't play, and even sometimes on the days where they do, we also cover other games. Try to pick out the best games of the night, right? Sometimes we get hitters. Sometimes, unfortunately, we pick blowouts. But either way. Eugenio Reyes, what's up, Eugenio? Flagrant foul 1 on Norman Powell. So 3 free throws for Jalen Brunson. And possession of the ball goes back to the Knicks. Muhammad, what's up, Muhammad? Very solid channel. First time here. Appreciate you, Mo. Appreciate you. AB said, Chevy Jr., that's a record. It's a record. It's a record. The most people we've had in one singular stream for any stream we've ever done. My goodness. Community continues to grow. Brooklyn said it's over. We won. They're definitely on their way. All you got to do is not have a complete collapse. Brunson knocks down the first one. I can't say that anymore, Brooklyn, because we did watch the Knicks have a 14-point lead in the playoffs against the Pacers. So I can't say that. I can't be super confident anymore. Brunson knocks down both. NBN on our way. We're on our way, NBN. We're on our way as a community. We're getting up there. We're getting up there. Slowly growing. Slowly but surely. Brunson knocks down 3 perfect free throws there, giving the Knicks a 10-point lead. And the Knicks get the ball back. Dagger, Arthur. Dagger, for sure. Drizzo, what's up, Drizzo? Sub? Appreciate you, Drizzo, man. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you, man. Goes to everybody in the chat. Hope you guys are having a good time tonight. Hopefully I was a entertaining enough host. Brunson has it up top, sitting with 45 points and 9 assists. Brunson being guarded by Mitchell. Coming to his right. Powell switched onto him. He likes his Powell matchup. Brunson dancing with it, crosses over to his left, stops, hesitates, down the lane, throws up a floater high off glass, can't get it to go. Khalil Ware with the rebound, gets it over to Bam Adebayo. Bam bringing it down. And Khalil Ware with the 20-20 game so far tonight. Haka is driving to his right in the lane, pulls it back out, follow-away jumper in the paint, comes up short, but gets a nice friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and he gets it to roll down. 128 to 120, 8-point game. Under a minute to go now. Brunson bringing it down. They show 2. They get over to Towns. Towns gets it over to Bridges. Bridges crosses over, down the lane, pulls it all the way back out, kicks it over to Brunson. Brunson back over to Bridges. Bridges attacking to his left, kick it over to Josh Hart. Extra pass to Anunoby. Catches, pump fakes, one dribble in, mid-range jumper. OG, knock me down, OG. Big second half for OG Anunoby to snap out of whatever funk he was in for the past game and a half. Haka is down along the baseline. Kicks it out to Davion Mitchell, a 3 over Brunson. Knocks it down. 34 seconds to go, though. Time winding down for Miami here. And a foul on Davion Mitchell. They inbounded it to Brunson. Chef 6019, 6019. What's up, Chef? One from one chef to another. Because you have a lot of Heat fans here, when games aren't Miami streamers, well, welcome, Heat fans, welcome. Welcome, Miami people. We cover a lot of Miami games. We cover a lot of Eastern Conference games because I'm in the East, so it's easier for me to cover Eastern Conference teams. And we're going to continue to cover Miami games. So if you guys want to continue to hang out, I'd welcome you. Brunson knocks down the first one. He's got another one coming. And this one is on its way of being over. Only thing we're waiting on is the final score at this point. Knicks avoid a losing streak. Amy said, I made a Guinness cake. Does that make me a chef? Absolutely. Absolutely. Haka is driving it down against Josh Hart. Swings through, throws up the floater, got it to go. We're just padding our stats at this point. 125. Anunoby hit ahead to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. And we're going to dribble out the clock. And that is going to do it. Crowd gives them a standing ovation. Very much deserved. My goodness, what a game. Knicks were down early. Had some skeptics in the chat in that first quarter. Melvin Amison is upset at the Miami Heat. 47 for Jalen Brunson. Let's go over the box score, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Game will officially end. Our final score is 132 to 125. Looking at the box score, let's start with John Hughes. What's up, John Hughes? Hope you're having a good time tonight, brother. Appreciate you. Let's start with the Knicks. Let's start with the winning side. OG Anunoby, 18 second half points for OG Anunoby. You love to see a 6 for 12 from the field, 2 for 6 from three-point range. A bounce-back performance from OG after a complete stinker in the Philly game and then a complete stinker in the first half. Something got into him, and he figured it out. 18 second half points for OG Anunoby, and they needed all 18 points to pull this one out. Only 2 points for Karl-Anthony Towns. That has to be a career low. 1 for 5 from the field, but guess what? Karl-Anthony Towns, it ain't about that, big dog. Only 6 rebounds, 2 assists for Karl-Anthony Towns. It is about that W. And Karl-Anthony Towns, I thought, played damn good defense, particularly in the second half for Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm going to salute the game Karl-Anthony Towns had because you're going to look at this stat line and you're going to be like, Karl-Anthony Towns was bad tonight. And he wasn't good. Don't get me wrong. He was particularly bad offensively. I thought he was damn good defensively, especially in that second half, which is something we normally don't get to say about Karl-Anthony Towns, but so far this year we've been saying a lot more. He's been really good defensively this year, and I just want to give him a salute for that because I know he's going to catch a lot of flack for this stat line tonight of 2, 6, and 2 with 3 turnovers and 4 personal fouls. He's going to catch a lot of slack for that, but I do think he had a pretty decent game. I think his defensive contributions outweighed his offensive futility tonight. And I'm not worried about the offense of Karl-Anthony Towns. I talk about it all the time. If there's anything I'm not worried about with Karl-Anthony Towns is his ability to put the ball in the basket, right? Josh Hart with 13, 10, and 5 for Josh Hart. Pretty much his averages, right? This is what Josh Hart does. 3 for 5 from three-point range is always great to see. Josh Hart knocked down a perimeter shot. Always love to see that. Mikal Bridges, 24 points, 18 big first half points. And then was pretty invisible in that third quarter, but came through in the clutch in that fourth quarter. Tharcher? What's up, Tharcher? Jalen with 47 points. Yeah, getting to him now, Jalen Brunson. Bridges, by the way, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. That's fine. Not super great contributions on that regard. Jalen Brunson, 47 points. He was 3 away from the 50 ball, 11 from 11 from the foul line. They took an assist away. He had 9 assists. They credit him now with 8 assists. 47 and 8 is a crazy stat line to have. Jalen Brunson, phenomenal tonight. He gets an A+, of course, as usual. Jalen Brunson put the team on his back in more ways than one. Mo Diawara had 4 first-half minutes, hit a 3. Thought he was pretty good defensively, pretty aware. I like that Mike Brown is sneaking him in there every now and again because he's not really a rotation player. When Shaman and McBride are back, don't expect to see Mo Diawara minutes, but he was good in his 4 minutes. He was solid. Mitchell Robinson, 9 points. I thought he was also solid. 9 points, 7 rebounds. He did get destroyed on the glass by Kel'el Ware, and we'll go through Miami's box score real quick. But Jordan Clark, he was good. He was solid. Jordan Clarkson, 10 points. He was solid off the bench. He's a bucket getter. When he comes into the game, I expect him to score points. Gave us 10, 4 for 5 from the field. Very efficient. Love to see it. Exactly what I expect from Jordan Clarkson in 18 minutes. Tyler Kolek in 22 minutes. Another great contribution game from him. He was a plus 16 tonight, and it matches the eye test. When Tyler Kolek is out there, the Knicks play extremely well. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Coming off of a really bad game against Philly. Pretty much most players played bad against Philly. So, Kolek now, nice bounce back after his first stinker as a part of the rotation. 22 minutes tonight, by the way, which matched Mitchell Robinson. Tyler Kolek, incredibly important. Again, I hope he sticks a part of the permanent rotation. It's difficult adding 2 rotation guys because, if you take Diawara out, that's an 8-man rotation. You'd have to go to a 10-man rotation. So you'd have limited minutes for Clarkson, but I think you got to go with Clarkson. Even though Shaman and McBride are on the smaller side, just lean small. You just have to lean small and lean in with the lineup that you have there. Tyler Kolek, phenomenal. Phenomenal tonight. Let's go over real quick Miami and what they did. Andrew Wiggins, 7 points, only 24 minutes. Didn't see a whole lot of him in the second half. Did something happen to him? Not sure, but didn't see a lot of him. Bam Adebayo with 14. 14 and 8. Kind of okay game for Bam Adebayo. Didn't do a whole lot out there. Didn't feel all that impactful. Kel'el Ware with 28 and 20. He was the star of the show for Miami. 5 for 7 from three-point range. My goodness, was he fantastic. He dominated Mitchell Robinson on the glass tonight, which, again, is not something you could say about a game in which Mitchell Robinson competed in very, very often. Amy said, the Sheffy dress tonight's super casual outfit. It's just a Sunday. Sunday is my Sunday casual. Was just feeling it. Was just feeling super casual today against Miami. We have a big game against Cleveland coming up on Christmas Day, so we're gonna get a little crazy on Christmas Day, and then we might have a little warm up against Minnesota. But just feeling super casual today on the Sunday, right? Nothing crazy. Norman Powell at 22. Norman Powell, Kel'el Ware carried the team tonight, and they got great contributions off the bench from Jaquez, who gave him 23. No rebounds for Jaquez and 5 assists. They did a great job of keeping Jaquez off the glass. He did a terrible job of attacking it. But at the same time, Kel'el Ware's grabbed every single rebound possible. 13 for Davion Mitchell. 13 and 8 for Davion Mitchell. Around his averages. That's kind of what he gives you. The issue is that Miami didn't have anybody to guard Jalen Brunson, and that's kind of just what happened, right? Anthony G said, no way we lose the East. Look, man, I want to see a matchup of the Knicks take on the Detroit Pistons. I really want to see that, right? I really want to see that matchup. Rose Pierre said that's a sick double-double by Ware. It's probably his best game as a in his career? I mean, Miami Heat fans can let me know. That's probably his best game of his career. 28 and 20. Damn near a 30-20 game against Mitchell Robinson. Was matched up against Mitchell Robinson for a large portion of this game. Dominated the boards. That is an impressive game for Kel'el Ware there. Just wasn't enough. Fontecchio off the bench, 1 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3. We talked about how he started off the season scorching hot from 3 and has slowed down since. 7 points for him. We talked about Jaime Jaquez, 23 points off the bench for him. He was, huge part of their offense between him, Ware, and Powell. Outside of that, they didn't get a whole lot. Drew Smith did give him 9, which is a great contribution, and Jaku Jonas in his 12 minutes didn't really do much as the rookie. Rookies are going to have their off nights, up and down. We just saw with Tyler Kolek. You're going to have nights where you're good, nights where you don't really give him anything. He was 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from three-point range. So, but that's going to wrap it up. That's how the cookie crumbles. Real quick, though, I do want to check this team stats and check the three-point shooting. 20 made threes for the Knicks tonight. This is what I wanted to check. 20 made threes for the Knicks. The Knicks put up 132 points, by the way, in a game in which they didn't score over 40 in any of the quarters. They were just consistently dominant offensively. It was great to see. Great to see. Yak said Ware was spectacular. He was incredible. And I have to give him extra kudos considering he was going against Mitchell Robinson, right? Like, incredible game from Ware. D. Grant, what's up, D. Grant? Did not watch this game. It was a good game. It was a really good game. Both teams went back and forth. Neither team had too big of a lead. I believe the largest lead of the game was the Knicks by 12. But in the first half, Miami also led by, I believe, their largest was 11. Maybe we can check right now. Largest lead. No, the Knicks was 11, and Miami's was 12. So, great game. Great game. Neither team got up by too much. But that's going to wrap it up. That's going to wrap up our show for tonight. Incredible game. Real quick before we sign off, we can go around the league just to check what's going on in the NBA. Spurs now blowing out the Wizards, to be expected. Expected outcome. And Milwaukee up by 3 against Minnesota. Minnesota having a little bit of trouble with the Giannis-less Milwaukee Bucks. But I fully expect Minnesota to pull this one out. We will. New Life. Appreciate you, New Life. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the subscription, Big Dog. Appreciate you. The Rockets and Kings have yet to tip off. They should be tipping off in about an hour and a half. The Bulls beat the Hawks in an absolute barn burner of a game. There was no defense played there tonight. 152 to 150 in regulation, by the way. No overtime period. Toronto just could not score the basketball tonight. 81 points for them as they go down to the Brooklyn Nets, who have quietly put together a decent stretch here. They're 8-19 now. Not bad for Brooklyn. And then the Knicks took down Miami, as we just covered it. We will be live tomorrow. Hornets, Cavs. Hornets have been playing pretty well, and the Cavs have been terrible, so that might not be a terrible game. Pacers, Celtics, not interested in watching the Pacers. Mavs, Pelicans. Oh, Mavs, Pelicans might be interesting. Might be interesting. Not sure if Mavs, Pelicans is to watch tomorrow. I might just have to be Hornets, Cavs. Hornets have been fun and spunky as of late, so might lean that. Jazz, Nuggets, and then Grizzlies, Thunder is a late game. Maybe we try doing the doubleheader tomorrow. To go down another Thunder game. They're playing the Grizzlies. Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't think the Grizzlies are going to put up as good of a fight as Minnesota, so not going to watch that Thunder Grizzlies game. Change my mind. We do have Magic Warriors as a late game. Might be able to do that one. We got Pistons Blazers as well. Do we stay up to watch Pistons Blazers? I don't know. We'll definitely do an East Coast game tomorrow. Probably Hornets Cavs. I think that seems like the best game tomorrow. Magic Warriors could be good. They could be. They could be. I'm definitely not doing that Thunder game because I think they're going to smoke the Grizzlies. So if we do a late game, it might be Magic Warriors. No, Magic are missing Franz though. And Suggs. Well, I don't know about that one. We do get to watch Steph Curry if we do decide to do that one, but it might have to be Pistons Blazers. Who knows? We might only do one game tomorrow. Depends on my schedule, but we will be live either way. As always, we are live throughout the week. So I'm just going to call it right now. We're probably doing Hornets Cavs. We're probably doing Hornets Cavs. Cavs really fell off. They did, David. They did. They're looking rough out there. They didn't have Donovan Mitchell the other night. Is he going to be out again? Because then that also might change who we cover tomorrow. Look at their injuries real quick. Donovan Mitchell is day-to-day with an illness, so he's probable. Okay, so he's going to play. He's going to play. Just that's a nap tomorrow. We might have to hit the nap. You might have to hit an app. But that's going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Probably our most successful stream. I'm not even going to say probably. Our most successful stream here on the Sheffy channel. Again, we continue to grow. I appreciate you guys for liking the streams, for spreading it out to as many people as you have. The way the community is growing is all on you guys. There's nothing I've done. I've done a terrible job of promoting myself. I've done a terrible job of sharing my streams and putting it out on social media. I've done nothing. I've done none of that. All I've done is hit the go live button. The channel community, the channel growth, the community growth is all on you guys. You guys have done all of this. I've literally done nothing. I've done the bare minimum. I've done a terrible job of growing the community myself. All I've done is hit the live button and try to be as entertaining as possible. You guys have done all the building yourselves. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. AP said, when does McBride come back? I'm asking myself the same thing, AP. In the pregame, I went over, AP, how frustrated I'm becoming with the lack of communication from the Knicks medical staff, in the sense that, like, just let us know. Like, are they close to coming back? Is it another week? Do they have to go through an evaluation period? Are they on the court? Are they shooting shots by themselves? Can they shoot a basketball? Like, just let us know. Just let us know. Just that it's growing. June will be fun. It will be fun. This is the championship season. We are going through it. AP said, I always make sure to shout you out. Appreciate you, AP. Appreciate you. Again, the community growth, the channel growth, we had over 800 people in the chat tonight. That's all you guys. I've literally done a terrible job of promoting myself. I do a terrible job of doing it. I'm not a huge social media guy, so I'm not even really on social media all that often to do so. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. That's why I asked you guys to like the stream, because it is an easy way to help spread the stream out. Thank you guys. Delusional 76ers fan said 76ers winning the East. Sorry, New York. Very, very apt name, my brother. Very apt name. 76ers on the rise, though, brother. You guys are playing really well. Really well. I would say the biggest reason you guys ended up beating the Knicks, aside from you guys playing really well, was the second night of a back-to-back for the Knicks coming off the Vegas trip. But a win is a win. Win is a win. Karan Clark, what's up, Karan? Appreciate you, brother. Feel like it's been a while since I've seen you, big dog. Appreciate you, though. Just that's a delusional for 50 years. Dog has said 250 likes. Do we really? YouTube also. What is with these companies changing their like interfaces? YouTube also changed the interface, so I can't actually see the likes anymore. I have to switch to another tab over here, and that'll show me 258 concurrent views, 250 total likes. My goodness, you guys ran up the likes today. Thank you guys, man. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. And shout out all of the channel members. There are a bunch of channel members I've yet to add. I completely forgot to do that. I will do that as soon as we end the stream here today. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. AB said, was a real number 2 seed. Remember that one? 76 were a real number 2 seed. Remember that one? Yeah. Anthony G. said, I told all my Knicks friends to watch Sheffy. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Jay Hammer, appreciate you. Even the delusional 76ers fan, I appreciate you as well for hanging out with us. But that's going to wrap up our show for tonight. We will be back live tomorrow. The Knicks have the Timberwolves on Tuesday. They have, obviously, the Cavaliers on Christmas morning. So I appreciate, or Christmas afternoon, 12 o'clock start time. Christmas morning to me. I'm waking up late on Christmas. That's just me, though. But I appreciate you guys. Lenny, Just Dad, Anthony G&T, AP, Delusional 76ers fan, of course. Susan, Karan Clark, Buzzer Beater, David, Dog Catcher. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We will be back tomorrow. But until then, remember to brush your teeth before bed. Stay hydrated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.